Here I is live on a Monday night. Welcome to Outlaw Radio, live from the basement. It's your boy, Kevin Barnes, the militant with a microphone, the mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer. What it do, y'all? How y'all doing? I hope y'all had a good weekend. 014 stand up, Capitol Drive in Atkinson, stand up. Wherever you from, stand up. Account for yourself. It's live from the basement. This is what I do. My co-host will be joining me shortly. We are normally on Mondays. Normally I'm on Tuesdays as well, but the Big Black Sports Show, we just recently completed season 1 of the Big Black Sports Show. So we're not going to really come back with the Big Black Sports Show until about August, maybe late July, because this is kind of a dead season for black people in sports, right? Like, so I don't really give a shit about baseball, to be honest with you, or golf, or I wouldn't have anything to offer. So, but then we do Wednesdays, which is Outlaw Radio as well, and then this week I'll do Outlaw Nation on Thursday. So just pick one of the shows to rock with us. If you out there and you want to do business, you want to get your banner on the show, you want to promote your business, you want to come on, you got an event, all you got to do is hit us up. The number's scrolling slowly across the bottom of the screen. 262-202-5131. 262-202-5131 for all my remedial people. Welcome to the show. Finally got Mr. Carter up in this piece, man. What's going on with you, bruh? You muted. You muted, Kamar. Muted. You muted. I don't know. Kamar's having some technical difficulties because I can't really hear him. He's muted. What it do, Shaquila? I see you in the chat room. Shaquila Morrison. What's up, my sister? How you doing? Rail, what's going on, man? Kamar's trying to work his mic. What's going on with you, my brother?
Chilling, man. How y'all doing this evening?
We're good. We're good. We're good, man. It's Outlaw Radio live from the basement. And I'm just bringing it in. I haven't hit any crucial points yet. Let me see if Kamar can get a mic check. See if he got it back in. He might have to go back out. Let me see something. I ain't got you muted, bro. He might have to go back out and come back in. We'll do it like that. What's going on, Rail, man? I just asked the people how was their weekend, man. How was your weekend?
It was fly, man. It was shit, I blinked twice and I had to go back to work. So it was short. You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time driving around and doing what I needed to get done. So, Monday came, man, it snuck up on me.
Yeah, I seen you tending to your trees and your plants in your garden with your baby girls, man. And you've been wilding out on TikTok. And see, I'm not up on the whole TikTok lick yet. So for all you people out there who are on TikTok, follow Rail. What's your TikTok name?
Higher frequency, HIGHERFREAKUENCY.
Okay. And so I'd like talk about what you do on TikTok a little bit because it's kind of similar to what you do
what
here
you
on the
do on
show.
TikTok.
Hold on, Ewok. Talk about you doing on TikTok, man. But like, cause you be putting up like all kinds of shit.
Yeah, just trying to force myself to do more content. So, like I said on the previous show, lately I've been trying to just give tips to help people, manage their perception, manage their emotions. I did like I said on the previous show.
Go ahead.
Okay. I did one about breaking down the actual word that's translated as witchcraft in the Bible is really the same word that we get pharmacy from. Just showing people how, once you understand the root meaning of words, you can take some of that mystery and fear up out of stuff because we got to stop demonizing our healing process. So just dropping knowledge, dropping content on psychology, religion, the things I'm into, and gardening.
Okay.
That's what's up, man. That's what's happening.
I appreciate that, man.
I ain't got no TikTok. So I called in to the Outlaw Radio to talk my shit,
Yeah, that's
for sure.
He walked the great if y'all didn't know. He's chiming in. Kamar, what's good? Let's see
I'm
if we got
packing
your
4 9s and got 2 4 5s. And if you find me, You can hire me. I'm the E team.
Okay.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me
what's
now?
going on? I know y'all just getting
Yeah, we can hear you.
started, man. I just called to fuck with you a little bit, man, just in the beginning of shit. You know what I'm saying? To get it going a little thing, man. Y'all going on, get into the business. Hey, where Kamar at? Let him get back online, man, so you can get into the shit, man. I just called to fuck with you.
And fuck with me, you have. So yeah, stay tuned, man. He got mind control over my microphone. I can't even control the goddamn volume. What's going on, Kamar?
Hey, man, nothing, man. Same old same. You know what I mean? Different fight. Well, same fight. Different round.
Okay. I was talking about the weekend, man. I was just catching up with Rail. He was on his existentialism as usual, right? Did I correctly the other night? I believe you referred to yourself as Huge Hefner. I don't know if if you picked that up. We said Fat Jesus. He said Huge Hefner.
I said, it's whatever. It's Fat Jesus, Huge Hefner, the overweight lover. It's a couple things.
What's going on, Witch Doctor, man? What's going on, man? How was your weekend, man?
It was good, man. It was real good. You know what I'm saying? It was relaxing as well as busy. You know what I mean? It's a good mix. That's a good balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
You can
Yeah,
relax and
man.
stay busy and get a couple dollars at the same time.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. And both of y'all, like, I see both of y'all posting crazy. Like, I be watching, and it's hard to keep up with you brothers because y'all on Instagram and TikTok and all kinds of shit. I see y'all just out here in the community, as they say. So, but it's Outlaw Radio, man. It's live from the basement. Hit us up. You want to get down? You want to get on? You want to do something positive? 262-202-5131. Outlaw Radio. Hit us up. Get in the chat room or call in and say what you got to say, right? Like, and we'll do it that way. Now, what's the big news, right? We can jump right into it. I feel like we can just enough of the formalities, right? What'd you come for? You came for the controversial conversations, right? So we're gonna talk about the abortion thing, man. The Supreme Court basically, and see, we had discussed this. What was this about a month and a half ago when there was leaked footage about supposedly they were entertaining the notion of overturning Roe versus Wade, which I believe is uh the precedent or the case that made abortion legal, right, federally, right? And so at this point, they've come back and said no. And see, I don't know if people really understand this. They didn't necessarily make abortion illegal. They left it up to the states. So states could now make abortion illegal. And I think that's just kind of two different things. So it's really your argument is basically with your state, right?
Yep.
Like it's almost like you can't really blame it on the country because the country basically said this. Um, you know what? It's so highly contested. It's such a crazy law. We'll let you all decide on it individually as states. And I don't know if that's a bad thing, but we're going to talk about that tonight. So let's talk about it. The fact that they're even going back to touch this is something that's kind of crazy to me because, and I think this is what's making people super paranoid and worried about. Okay, so what will they go back and kind of repeal next, right? And Clarence Thomas has came out with some craziness, right? Some craziness. So what y'all think about this, man? Making abortion illegal, and Wisconsin hasn't made it illegal yet. But what do y'all think about this?
Well, I feel like white men all through history have been trying to take away rights and personal ownership of ourselves, you know what I'm saying, since the beginning of time. You look back at when feminism got started, that was white women banging with white men because the white men wasn't giving them no action. You know what I mean? So all through history, we got white men trying to take away rights from everybody else and privileges. You know what I mean? This is something, okay, you're talking about a decision that women make with their bodies, just like we was talking about decisions we make for our bodies with the vaccination. We should be able to make those choices. Women should be able to make those choices too. How dare a white man come around and say, well, no, we're going to leave it up to the state. And then the state come and say, well, yeah, we're going to ban abortions here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they taking away a human right.
Okay, so this is not racial. This is it's not classism. It's a human right, the right to decide, the right to make
That's
a
what I feel
decision.
like, yeah.
Okay. What you think? What you think, Huge?
I've
Now you done opened
I
up a
gotta
can of worms, dog.
hey, I just gotta get more robes, that's all. But
Uh-oh.
I feel like, I feel body autonomy is something that shouldn't have to even be discussed. I mean, the crazy thing is though, damn near all the blue states that were doing the whole vaccination shit, passports and all that shit, are basically, from what it looked like now, places women will have to go if they want that procedure done. So it's always wild how they all trying to control shit on some extent. Like, with the whole liberals and shit like that pushing that whole vaccination shit. But now you got the conservatives, who are who are more religious based, trying to push the whole abortion
Allegedly.
thing. Right. My thing
Allegedly.
is everyone should have the right to decide what is allowed to be put in their body or
Mhm.
what is taken out of their body. I
Okay.
feel it shouldn't be anything that's up for a group discussion. Each person should be able to do exactly what they able to do. But I've been seeing things saying that this ain't really our fight, because what a lot of people are saying is that the whole reason this abortion thing is on the table is because white people factually are at a negative birth rate and
Yep.
they're dying faster than they're reproducing. So, then on the other side, they say how Planned Parenthood was created by Margaret Sanger, who was a white supremacist, who was trying to
Eugenics.
find ways to keep
Eugenics.
niggas, right, eugenics,
The
trying to
Negro problem
find
is
niggas.
what they called it. What we gonna do about the Negro problem?
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly. So,
so
yeah.
I'm going with you, but then I'm going away from you. Right? I ain't running
Okay.
from the
Yeah.
fight. I'm running to the fight. Is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
a see? Because I said this over the weekend. This seemed like white folk business to me, right? Because and
Man.
this might be one that we as black people need to just sit out and let them fight, because the abortion rate for black babies is higher than the rate of it is higher than it is for white babies, right? Which to me is a bad thing, right? Because anytime babies are dying. Now, I'm saying also that this is not a race issue at all. I'm saying, and Kamar, I'm glad he kind of smoothed it out by saying it's a human, it's a right, it's a rights issue. It's not just it's not just a race thing. Because I don't want black people to be like, oh, see, look what they're doing. Because even Scott Epstead, slash Stroller in the chat room, is smart enough to see that one of the main engineers of this is Clarence Thomas, who's a black man, right? And so we can't necessarily say white people this time, right? I like to blame them for shit too. But I gotta, and so I know people out there who disagree with me. Hit me up 262-202-5131. It's Outlaw Radio, live from the basement. Now, I gotta say this. I believe a woman should be able to do whatever she wants to do with her body. Absolutely, positively. I'm also one who is pro-life because I love kids, right? So I love kids. I never want to see a baby hurt or harmed in any shape, form, or fashion. Um, and morally, to go and have an abortion, if we're going to talk about it from a moral perspective, which we know the government is not, they're not a moral authority. The government
Right.
rarely does anything for the morality of it. It's bottom line
Never.
shit in the United States of America. So when they tell you can't do this or do that, it's usually because they ain't gonna get some money out of it, or they ain't found a way to get some money out of it. Some of the shit they let you do and still get money out of you after they punishing while they punishing you for it, like going to prison, right? Can't do that. You do, now we're gonna make money off your ass. And so I'm saying I don't want black people. That's why I'm dying to hear what Mr. Farrakhan has to say, because I'm gonna follow his lead on this. If he say black people should be out here, woo, 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 that's where I'm going. If he say, nah, let them, you know what I mean? Because we got other shit to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So y'all tell me, I want to take race out of this, and then we can talk about it as a violation or whatnot or whatever it is. But I want to take race out of it, right? Like I don't really want this to be black. And now the thing about the white people, whether they're reproducing or what, I don't know. I don't speak fluent white folk, so I don't know. Now people say that there's some real statistical background, like some real basis for this that shows that. So I'm not up on that. So somebody tie my shoes on that. Lace me up.
I mean, well, I mean, you can look it up, but
Okay.
according to the years and the graph, it was showing how basically there's more white people dying than there are being born right now. So, out of fear of becoming a minority, they implementing the whole, abortion thing, as well as trying to bring other white groups into America that could be classified as white to bulk up they population. So that's why you got the whole Ukrainian shit, and then Afghanians were brought over. So it's just one of those things, saying how they fear being a minority, so they trying to stop any of their babies from getting killed while they try to onboard other people who historically weren't considered white onto the white train, like they did with the Irish and the Italians and the Jews in
But
the 1940s or
correct
30s.
me, correct me if I'm wrong though. Making abortion, okay, so making abortions illegal would then say, well, now you can't abort white babies. So that's gonna put us back in the game. If I'm trying to chop through anything you said, right? Like that's what that because I'm
For
looking
sure.
what would be the benefit of them? What would be their benefit if they say, okay,
Well,
abortions
you
are
know they abort babies too.
say that again, brother.
They abort babies too.
Right. No
You know
doubt.
what I mean? So I would think they would want to save as many of theirs as possible. Because
Okay.
see, we killing each other off any damn way.
Okay.
We helping with us. So you know what I'm saying? Like on one end, they want to save as many, I'm guessing, you know what I mean? Then on the other end, it's like shit, everybody can do what the fuck they want to do. Because these niggas gonna kill themselves anyway.
Who's brave enough out there to say what needs to be said right now? Who? Okay, maybe I want to try to be the one, because a lot of the things with some of the stuff that Clarence Thomas came up with and said, maybe we should go back and revisit certain people, individual rights to make decisions, right? Like go look at what Uncle Clarence said, right? Who's brave enough to say maybe, just maybe, abortions should be illegal, and then just make parameters for rape and or incest or some extenuating circumstances? Who's brave enough to say, yeah, we don't need to be killing babies? It's not good. If you have a child with another person and you didn't rape that individual or assault them or molest them, that baby has a right to live. So if we say, okay, and then when we say maybe we should re-examine same-sex marriage, right? Like that was one of the things that Clarence Thomas talked about. And we've talked about the gay agenda on here. Now, I'm not saying I endorse that. What I'm saying is, who's brave enough to say, yeah, gay marriage is illegal? It should be. Who's gonna step out there and say that right now? Like, what leader will come along and say, yeah, that's cool, yeah, just, or even interracial marriages? I mean, which one of these hurts black people? And somebody please tell me, because I want to know. So I don't know.
Shit, none of them gonna hurt me. But
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, shit, I got 6 kids. I only fuck with black women, and I only like women, so I'm good.
No harm, no foul, as they say.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this right. 262-202-5131. Outlaw Radio, live from the basement. We talking about being the audacity of truth, right? Like the boldness of just being honest. Because people get off nowadays on hearing a lot of shit to make them feel good.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the problem with truth is that truth ain't fact and truth is relative. So if we go down to saying, well, nobody should be killing babies, now you got to deal with the issue of when do you define a life? You know what I'm saying? When is it a life? So now that all this shit be slippery slopes and sticky wickets, because it's subjective, it's relative. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one person might consider shit until it got legs and toes. I might consider that motherfucker just a gelatinous blob. And if I don't want no more kids, let's go ahead and get rid of it before a soul drop into it. I don't know. The next person might be like, as soon as it splits into 2 cells, It's
Once
life
again,
becoming. I don't know.
once again, I'm the type of individual I consider myself fairly sane. I mean, I keep admitting on here I have issues, right? We all know Kev got issues. But when it comes to children, like I feel like to me, there's never a good reason. Like I said, now I do understand rape and I understand this incest and all this stuff. And then you might have to do what you have to do, but I'm not with killing kids. So we got a caller. Let's see if we can bring the caller in. Caller, you live on Outlaw Radio. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Brother Kevin.
Oh my goodness, it's the troll
Hello.
of all trolls.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Now we doing all right, Scott, but you know I'll hang up on your ass if you get on that bullshit. So don't
Oh no, worries. No worries.
Yeah.
No worries. I love how you guys are race to this. I really do.
Well, you're wrong. I'm actually removing race from it.
Oh, I know, and I appreciate that.
I didn't do it for you.
You're right. It's not a race thing.
He appreciate it.
No, I didn't do it for you.
Well, it's not a race thing. The last few years, the left in this country, okay, and you know this because you've talked about this, the left in this country has gone so far left. I mean, so far left. And it's a pendulum. The pendulum is snapped because the left took it to abortion on demand, abortion right up to the point of birth. That's what happened here. And now it snapped that whole issue, and now it's coming back the other way. And if the conservatives, if the stupid right takes it all the way to, abortion is illegal, it's going to snap right back, that pendulum right back to the left again. I mean, everybody was on board with rape and incest, abortion with rape and incest. Most everybody was on board with first and second trimester. Most people were on board with, third trimester if it's for the health of the mother. But it's just the left over the course of the last few years took the abortion issue all the way to the left. And that's why this happened.
Okay.
And that's my opinion.
Okay.
But that's what I've been reading. That's what I've been seeing over the course of the last 3 to 5 years.
I'm not going to totally disagree with you. And this is why I don't claim either left or right. This is why I always talk about we are party poopers. We poop on both parties because they both of us. Right. So I'm certainly not going to cry wolf about racism because I reserve my shit for when it's really racism. Right, when it's really got something to do with race, because stick around, y'all gonna throw some of that shit in there where it's really about race. This to me, this is not one of them. So I don't know how the hell this happened, but maybe we kind of agree somehow, man. Maybe just a little.
And mad respect for that. I mean, but you're right. And the thing is, it's just a pendulum swing right now, and that's why this happened. I mean, and if the crazy right if the crazy right gets goes overboard, it's the pendulum will snap back and swing back to the left.
Well, I'll tell you this. Let me ask you this, and this is why I say I know it's not race, and this is why I'm telling my people let's fall back a little bit because I'm watching the news, I'm watching CNN, I'm watching whatever these news channels are, and there's people on the freeway blocking the freeway, and guess what? They all white. Remember when George Floyd was murdered and well, if you ask Jack Del Rio, some pill popper was killed and then people went crazy and destroyed property. White people are protesting now. They fighting with police. They're throwing rocks. They're getting tear gas. I seen the actress girl get her ass threw down from what's the old white people show with Bob Saget and all them with the girls,
Full House.
On the Capitol
Full
steps.
House. Yeah, she got her ass threw down.
The snowflake was pushed on the Capitol steps and started crying wolf.
So I'm saying let y'all white people go ahead, man. Y'all get out there and do what y'all got to do, man, and fight for y'all rights. Get out there and protest and burn shit and break shit like y'all do when y'all win a hockey championship. So we as black people can sit back and say, look at these crazy white people. They're losing their goddamn minds.
We got to every once in a while, right?
Man, you know how y'all do it. Come on now. Hey, Scott.
Thanks, Jeff.
Scott, you a Hall of Fame troll, man.
I try. Hey, this is my comedy hour. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. Like it's like when I see a picture of you, right? I laugh for days.
Take care, brother.
All right, man. Yeah, shout out to Scott, man. You know, Scott sleep with them dogs, man. He got them little puppies in the bed with him. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But it's Outlaw Radio, man. And look, listen, once again, I would never downplay anything that's done in this country that's really set to hurt us, to harm us, right? Because we know that this country conspires. When you say ain't no conspiracy theories, but you can't lie, this motherfucker done conspired against us several times throughout history. So, but this is an issue where I'm like, you know what? You know, and go and let them do what they got to do. Maybe this will create some awareness around sex. Maybe if you can't abort people, I ain't gonna talk about rapists and molesters, but I'm saying other people might be like, well, shit, I ain't gonna just, you know, we used to call it being a Marlboro man. I ain't gonna just bareback and let loose up in here. I'm gonna be more careful. I don't know if that's possible as long as they sell Hennessy and weed, but you know,
man.
now,
If AIDS wasn't stopping people, ain't no children stopping people.
that's true too. You got a good point there. But I asked this question: because if they were to legalize the act of abortion but keep the Plan B joint legal, would we even really need abortion clinics anymore? Like maybe you should just start giving away the Plan B like you gave away the COVID. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with, you know,
you mean like you gave away the vaccinations.
Right.
I mean, it's just same thing.
Come on, I didn't even think about how dumb that shit sounded until you just said it back to me. Like they gave away vaccinations.
Hey, they're like, hey, you may be on to something though. Like they gave away COVID. You may be on to something though.
I'm just saying, like you know, it's a question before we jump to conclusions. Because, like I say, save your energy. There's some shit coming down the pipe. It's gonna require our attention, right? Let's people. And with the gay thing, I'm gonna have to go out here and jump out here and say it too. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. People might hate me for this, and I know it's Pride Month, but the world been crazy ever since gay marriage was legalized. The world has gone. I'm blaming it on them, right? Listen, I have since remember as long as gay marriage was illegal, right? Like it was some order to shit. Once gay marriage was legalized, every time you turned on the TV the next day, and henceforth there's been a gay person standing there. They've been bombarding you with gay energy and images and just gay, accept it. It's to the point where it's like, oh shit.
Take that.
Yeah, bad, no pun intended, right?
Take that.
That didn't sound too good, Kamara. I would say pause, but I know you don't abide by that. Kamara said, I don't need to say pause, motherfucker. Courtney, what's going on?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
We doing good. We rolling. What's up with you?
Nothing much. Just getting in. Made sure I hopped on tonight since I've been slacking. So here I am.
Cool. Welcome to the party. I was just talking about how gay people rule the world, ruin the world. No, I'm kidding.
Hell yeah. I was just looking at the ice cream at Walmart. I called my homeboy. I'm like, see, yeah, we canceled the Juneteenth ice cream, but they showed who got this Pride ice cream up in here, getting it popping.
Oh, they gay people get ice cream, but I can't get no ice cream for Juneteenth Day. That's that bullshit.
Pride ice cream up in there. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? The gay person might have made that ice cream.
They ain't even. You could at least took a vote or something, man. They ain't even asked me and shit. I said, no, leave that shit alone. But no. Let me get my chat room. Scott was on. He was talking about. I thought Scott was about to troll us, man, because he always does. That's what he do. He troll black people.
I mean, you saying the shit that I done said before.
Elliot Blackwell said, "Laud the white saviors." Sharon Evans said they gave that COVID away for sure. Amelia Blackwell said, "Oh Lord, the alphabet community is about to come after you." They might, and you know what? But I'm not saying I'm not talking about this from like being homophobic, like saying gay people shouldn't be allowed to get married. I'm saying we didn't have to go to length of trying to make this a real legal thing. Right? Like if two gay people say we married. It's just like a piece of paper that you get from the government don't make it anyways. right? It's not even, if you say we married now, but I guess people say we got to get a marriage license for insurance purposes and this kind of thing. I just feel like ever since gay marriage was passed, this world just been crazy. Like all kinds of even listen, y'all don't want to hear this. The child molestation, the sickness in terms of sex acts that you hear, the perversions people have. Maybe I'm sure it was always there, but it just seemed like once we said,
It was
oh,
always there.
it's okay to be gay. Once we said that, I feel like everybody said, you know what? It's okay for me to do whatever the fuck I want to do sexually. Come here, rabbit. I'm in love with this rabbit. I'm marrying this motherfucker, right?
I
Like,
think what happened was once they got a legal backing on it, and shit, fuck who you fuck, as long as it's consensual and they of age, I don't give a care. But I think what happened was when other groups that were undercover, like that community was undercover, and then they got some kind of legal backing and protection. That's when all the other groups said, "Hey, I think we should revisit child love." Like you seen groups come up trying to justify child love, but it's like they always been around. I think it's just once they seen one get legally protected, now they trying to say, "Hey, I should be legally protected for liking dogs or liking dead people." Like I mean, there's all kind of different sexual branches that people been doing, but it's only this one branch that got legal coverage now.
Even with that, it extends itself to at first it's just now you can get married. Now it's y'all can adopt a child and raise a child via surrogate. Now we've been talking about on this show when they gonna come through and say we got this new surgery where a man gets some ovaries and have a baby. Trans men.
They already doing it.
Yeah.
See what I'm
They
saying?
already
About
doing it.
this slide, this descent into madness that we.
That's exactly what it is.
They already trying to do a uterine transplant, and I think that was months ago. And I told y'all, as soon as they successful transplanting the uterus into a man, if you thought black women were disappearing before, just watch what happened if they pull this shit off.
Yeah.
And Scott says that's another pendulum that's swinging too far left, with trans athletes, men in women's bathrooms. Once again, I hate to agree with Scott. Damn, I hate to agree with him, but that's an extension. Okay, so listen, because before gay people were allowed to get married, we didn't have transgender bathrooms where a dude dressed up like a woman can go in a woman's bathroom, right? Like we didn't have that kind of stuff. Like so. The acceptance of one thing has kind of created the acceptance of a whole bunch of different stuff. And if you gay out there listening, I want to say I don't care if you are offended, but I don't. But also I'm saying I have nothing against you for being gay. And you have the right to be gay, but you got to understand you got the right to be gay and I got the right to be straight. And I don't have to act like I understand it. I don't got to be like, I totally get it, brother. I don't. You like to sleep with other men. It's a foreign concept to me. I should be allowed to say that. Right, bro? You was Larry yesterday. Today, you Lawanda. Why you got on a mini skirt? Oh, you gay bash. Oh, I want to know why Larry dressed in his skirt. Like,
because he always felt like Lawanda.
Right.
Scared to show it.
Right. People that can't story in much detail. He done been through this shit. Nah, man, I'm telling you. And then we talk about interracial marriages, right? Like interracial marriages. Now, I don't have anything against interracial marriage, right? I don't. And I don't think they need to go back and repeal the law that says, because who's gonna get in trouble for that? A bunch of pro athletes is like, fuck, you can't take a white woman across that whole damn NFL going to prison.
Jack Johnson.
Right, like so leave that alone. I don't know what Uncle Clarence is talking about. And I thought he was a white woman, which is crazy. But I you know what? In a crazy,
he just like doing cocaine with him.
In a crazy way, I think these old dudes are trying to say we need to get some extended sense of morality in our country. Our country is in a perverted state right now, right? Like, so I feel like what they're saying to us now is the shit has just done went too crazy. Y'all out here doing anything. Dudes with balls is competing against girls, and MMA, transgender MMA fighters injuring women. right? Like, and then nothing. Woman is she the referee now? She can do whatever a man does. I feel like they're saying we got to get some control over this. So in that sense, I guess that pendulum does swing back to the right, and for people to be kind of tired of it enough to say, I'm going to vote a different way in the upcoming elections. We talk about all the time the importance of knowing who these judges are, right? See, this is a lesson. Now, I said black people sit this one out, but this is a lesson that we should learn because we've been talking about this. This is why it's important to know instead of just checking boxes. Even where it says Supreme Court, state Supreme Court, you gotta, because these is the motherfuckers who late at night while you sleep and be done past some shit when you woke up the next morning. Now, Courtney, you are a woman. You're the estrogen on the show, so I wouldn't be right if we didn't let you give your opinion on this potential outlawing of abortion. What do you think about this?
But I feel like this whole thing is to, of course, preserve white lives, and try to make motherfuckers have their babies, but you can't force nobody to have your baby. If white women don't want to have y'all babies, there's not much you can do about it. They don't want to. But I think as far as people, we should be able to make our own choices. There's so many situations and so many different things where, just to, like I said, I had an abortion before. And it was like I got pregnant and I was just so sick and I got fired. I couldn't pay my rent. I couldn't get another job. I had a kid to take care of. And it's like sometimes you be in motherfucking situations. And it's like, and then people act like they fuck with you, but people don't fuck with you like that. Who is going to help these women when they fucked up now? When they pregnant and fucked up and need somewhere to stay, need somewhere when they got this baby, who's going to help? No motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. When I was pregnant and was fucked up and lost my job, who could I call? Nobody. So, yeah. We should be able to have choices because life be lifing, man. Everything
Life
don't
be
always
life.
just be smooth.
Right. Life be lifing. Computers putin, right?
Yeah.
No, okay. So listen, but I say this though, Courtney. I tell brothers this all the time. I tell young brothers this all the time. Becoming a parent in particular for the first time is more often than not a struggle. More often than not, it comes at a time when you're not necessarily ready. So I'm broke. The day I brought my baby girl, my firstborn, the day I brought her home from the hospital, I got fired. And it was a week before Christmas. Right. And it was like, what we didn't have. I did have a strong support system. So I get you in that because my mom was like, boy, you good here. My mom was like, don't worry about it. Just go get a damn job. And I was on a leave of absence from another job. So it wasn't going to be but a 2-week interval. But I'm just saying, like, parenting, a lot of times you challenge when you first start being a parent and you like, man, I got these little babies here. I'm struggling financially. I don't know how I'm going to do this. But when you stick to it and you persevere, it usually turns out okay. But I do understand what you're saying about somebody who's young saying, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I have
you had a wife, Kev. Like, let's not forget that piece.
That's true.
You had a wife in a household, in a family, or I don't know if you had a household, but you had a wife. Most chicks
we lived in a house.
You're right. Most chicks end up, being alone. Being pregnant, and it's just them. It ain't nobody there. Or nigga might be there somewhat of the pregnancy, or maybe yeah. So, and there'll be a lot of those situations where it's just the chick. So, when you ain't got no assistance at all, maybe your mama, maybe. Man,
but it's so many situations, man. Like just on my day-to-day calls, I be talking to some of these motherfuckers, man, and like people, and shit, this probably gonna piss people off, but people, zero in on men preying on younger women, but we don't discuss about men preying on retarded women. I'm not, well, shit, I don't know if I can say retarded.
Yeah, because that didn't make it better. I'm glad you fixed that shit.
But there's some dense ass women out here that they call in and you be like, damn, they dense as fuck. And they got kids. And then they getting all kinds of they on SSI. They getting benefits for their kids because now their kids on SSI. So I mean, like Courtney was saying, some of these people ain't got the support system, and honestly, some people ain't got the sense to even manage themselves, let alone children. There's niggas out here in the hood fucking these dense women, and they might be 25 in age, but they 12 in the mind, and they can
But my
still get
question,
pregnant.
But
and
Kev, do
shout
you
out
remember
to
the chick that used to be on Fond du Lac and Capitol, bouncing and pointing at the cars
yeah.
years ago? But I
Mhm.
remember that was like high school. But I remember somewhere in there she was pregnant. Somebody had
Man,
gotten
I
her
talked to her
pregnant.
before. She got sense. I
It was
remember she used to
you?
be on the
Oh,
bus stop all the
thought you were
time.
saying you did it. I was
You're
gonna
like,
say,
I thought
no,
she was
Ram, you
wrong.
didn't
She's
do
like,
that.
right.
I didn't, but I didn't do that. But on the hierarchy of pussy, it go pregnant, crazy, ugly. So you know, shit. If you find
You
out I
wasn't
was out
far
here
off,
fucking
boy.
crazy,
You said wrong night, boy. I didn't hit her.
Pregnant, crazy.
Amelia Blackwell says, period, Courtney. She was agreeing with you.
Thank you,
I'm
Amelia.
glad I'm glad you are here for this topic. I'd like to know what more women. Of course, first of all, you got to understand Outlaw Radio for the most part is a locker room, right? Like it's a bunch of brothers sitting around talking shit. Big burly brothers. What's up, Kamar? He ain't burly no more. But you know, we still hairy, itchy, scratchy men, right?
Answer the phone.
Right. My phone ain't ringing. It's not ringing. That's not me.
On
That's
your
somebody else.
phone.
You can't hear mine. Sharon
Hey,
Evans
guess
said
what? It's
word.
my phone.
Sharon Evans said word, Hugh. She was talking about you.
Hey, you know,
Jesus.
let me
Fat
get my
Jesus.
robes up.
She
You
said you better
know,
chill on the retards. They really gonna get you. Yeah, you know, he said
right? They will.
he took it.
Special. Special or delayed. We'll use those words.
And my cousin, shout out to my cousin Mariah Johnson. What's up, family? She said that the woman was very intelligent. The lady
Yeah,
who
she
Oh,
was
so she just used
intelligent.
to be up there kicking it. Oh, see, I thought it was
Yeah, I
all she
talked
was
to her
just.
before. She was very smart. She
Oh,
just
okay.
liked dancing and pointing at cars and stuff and saying Jesus.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Okay, then that's what's up. If that's what you know, you get your kicks on Route 66, I guess they say. Um, but no, I
Right.
mean, once again, I don't. We have to talk about these things like adults, right? Like, and when you talk with adults and you talk like adults, you got to be able to say whatever you want to say, right? Right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if it's some shit that you don't agree with, you are more than welcome to call in. The number's 262-202-5131 Outlaw Radio, live from the basement. I got Fat Jesus, I got the Juice Lady, and I got the Ghetto Witch Doctor with me. And I'm the Negro Whisperer. So welcome to the show. Oh, so okay, so here's another thing. Like I'm saying with abortion. So y'all kind of saying abortion might be necessary as opposed to just producing another fucked up individual. Like you saying if this baby's gonna be poor or this baby's not gonna have a whole bunch of options, I'd rather get rid of it. But I'm saying the people who are
Or
not
12 years from now is still in Kias and shit.
but hold
And
on
they
now.
selling kids and shit. You know, they're gonna
Hold on.
kidnap them and sell them.
But as opposed to all the people who cannot conceive children, you to just put them up for adoption. Because there's millions of people who cannot have kids who want them desperately.
They are
So
not just getting any baby though. Let
I've
them find out you got some mental issues, or you know, you first off you black. Like, oh, you say yeah, we gonna pass. Oh, you got
I've
a couple mental issues. Your mama bipolar. You didn't woo woo. What about who? You pregnant by
No,
who?
they gonna grab them. They gonna snatch them up. I got family who basically some of these foster parents out here. They have farms. They got farms, and they only grab kids with medical issues and mental issues because it's a bigger check. But then you got to worry about the quality of life they allowed. But no, they'll snatch them up definitely if they special because they want that big ass check. Gonna have them somewhere up north, upper Wisconsin, on some farm, collecting this fat ass check while nobody sees the children.
See, but
So
the
it
check is
happens.
just foster. That's not adoption, though, right?
it's a
No,
lifeline.
adoption too.
But
But
you
Yeah,
it's a
get a check
life.
for adoption.
yeah. I was talking to a lady the other day who her child was adopted. Her child is now 17. She fighting trying to get custody of her child again because the foster parents or they adopted parents. That's why it was so difficult. The adopted parents basically got her daughter, well, what she say, got her daughter drugged out on all kind of drugs, pushed her to be promiscuous so that she could have a kid. So now they're getting paid from her daughter and the child that her daughter had. So I mean, it's real stories out here of parents trying to get or liberate their children out this foster care and adoption bullshit.
And
So
to me, adoption is a more valuable option because if you get yourself together, you can then go back and reintroduce yourself to that child and say, look, I'm not coming to take you away from unless you know you want to, but I'm gonna respect them. But I just want you to know I made a mistake. I'm very sorry. If you ever want to know who you came from or where you came from, you can come and talk to me. But I was struggling. It was tough when I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was young, and you'll get a chance to say that as opposed to erasing the existence of another human. I don't
And
know if
then
that.
them crazy ass foster parents kill your motherfucking kid or some shit. Now
right,
what?
or fucking
Now
on
you
your
like,
child.
damn, I could have just not had this baby.
So I should have killed him instead of you.
See, but then at least
I
it's
mean,
like, am I happy that I had these experiences with that small experience with the child because they were off with that family, or would it have been better that I just didn't experience that shit at all? I already wasn't able to raise them. Now to put them in this fucked up situation. Now they dead and shit.
I don't know. I don't. Once again, if you feel a certain way, please call the show. I see Evan Kern said environment over genetics. I'm just saying, like, to me, we got arguments that maybe we should have abortion legal in some shape, form, or fashion, but then we got
I
all
feel so.
kinds of reasons to say that people shouldn't be getting abortions, right? Like, so y'all let me know. I got Ewalk on the line. Ewalk the Great. What's popping with you?
What's going on, pimp? First of all, hey, the drink lady, Francois. God,
Hey,
right.
Courtney
Hey,
Francois.
baby.
Yes.
hey.
Hey, baby. Over there with your orange on. It ain't Halloween time. Anyway, God is a damn super. God is a super troll. Kev, you ain't have to hit that button like that. God is a super troll.
We don't support no unsolicited banging on no outlaw, man. Come on now.
That motherfucker God is a super duper troll, man. Don't fall for his bullshit, man. Tell his ass to watch the BET and to listen to some Tupac to come up with his racism and shit, man. Like he been doing and shit. You know, somebody got to check his ass right then and there on the spot. Don't give him a chance on no platform. Because they like to tap dance around shit. Then they come in with their real racism. It always speaks through it, shit.
Okay.
Get your ass up out of here, Scott. Tell him I said it and kiss my ass. All right, I'm done talking about Scott. Fuck him.
Right. You just gave him all kinds of energy. Go, come on with it.
Scott Peterson, Polish like it ass nigga. He probably is. Anyway, let me quit fucking around. Yeah, I just called in, man. Fuck with y'all, man. I ain't got shit better to do.
Well, what do you think about abortion? You can't just call in and talk shit and hang up like I'll just fuck with y'all.
I think a woman got a choice, man, and you know what I'm saying? It should have been left at that. You know?
Okay.
It's a choice. It's something that you're going to have to deal with. You might feel bad about having one. I didn't pay for like 2 or 3 before, and then look at me. I ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? You got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? So it is a decision that people have to make. Shit. Some lion cubs don't make it. Sometimes lions come in and they tear up somebody else pride. What they do, they kill the male lions and shit. It's a circle of life type of thing. You can look at it from whatever angle you want to look at it at. But I think when you get a group of people that's not the majority making a decision like that, you know what I'm saying? It's only 535 congressmen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that little bit of people shouldn't be able to make a decision. And then the Supreme Court only got 9 people. That little bit of people shouldn't be able to make a decision for 400 million people who live in America.
Okay. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Once again, that's why we're having a conversation. We're having a grown folks conversation about it. I'm pro-life, but I'm also pro-choice, right? Like, I don't know if you can be like can you be both? Like, I feel like women should have the right to say what they want.
Pro-life is pro-choice, really.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know if it was just semantics or what have you. So I just would want, like, if a woman came to me and said, well, I'm pregnant, right? Whether it was like something I had intended on, like if it was just, man, you creeped off and you got, to me, it's not fair to kill a child. For me as a man, I got to do what I got to do to take care of the baby. Even if she's just like super butt ugly or whatever, and I'm embarrassed to be around her, and I got to be like, damn, I'm just gonna come pick my baby up and smash, right, and be trying to get up out of there. And so, but it ain't fair to the child to say, you better not have that motherfucker. You better go, that's
Yeah, no doubt.
that's
I
not
see
fair.
exactly what your point you're making is. You know, and I'm not anti-life either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like kill all the babies and shit. But you know what? Shit, life is there's a lot of people around here, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be evil or say something mean. All I'm saying is I still think the choice should be there.
Yeah.
You deal with your own motherfucking demons and shit after you made your choice
Right.
that you made.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And the reality is that a lot of women are still going to find it's just like the butt injections. It's just like the surgeries that the people get where it's illegal here to get that. Well, I'll just go over here and let somebody put some marbles in my booty. Like it's like in my butt cheek, rather. So like people are gonna go do back alley shit. They're gonna go back to this plague of young women losing their lives because they were trying to sneak around with some snake oil salesman and but I hope this is the point before we move on to the next thing.
But let me also retort though. You know what I'm saying? Because see, the reason people mad, them LGBT, the alphabet people, they upset. I don't got nothing against them, but I understand why they mad because they feel like they fought for something and it's gonna get took from them. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? If they keep on with this Donald Trump judicial motherfucking map that he drew up and shit, he got to elect a whole lot of judges and shit. The people don't pay attention to what the fuck this motherfucker did.
Right.
He created a motherfucking storm with these judges. You know what I'm saying? And shit, some of them had to even go against him. Like, nigga, you already got me in office. I ain't doing that bullshit. You said, nigga, fuck you. They rejected his bullshit. Talking about the election was stolen and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to the whole shit. Now, if they come out the alphabet picking, next thing you know, they're going to try to put Kamar because he's the big one of all of us and shit. They're going to put Kamar and goddamn it in the field with some chains on and beat him up in front of us to make us be slaves.
Damn.
Damn.
They
Why
just
they gotta do me like that?
right. You can put this nigga back on the plantation.
My mom was the house and
If
shit.
it worked the way they wanted it to work, that's where you going to be. Shit.
Hey, Rail and Kevin bigger than me.
They gonna look at me. They gonna look at me like, hey, he look like he kind of. They gonna look at me like he kind of sick and shit. We just gonna make some
Ewok, I'm the littlest dude on here, man.
Right. Shit.
They want the big. They want to do the biggest one like that.
First of all, I'm not
They
getting
might
sold.
want Kev for real, not me.
We're gonna take Kev out right now. I'm not getting sold because I'm damaged goods. My back is fucked up. I can't pick a motherfucking thing. Ain't nobody buying my old broke ass. Now.
They don't want me either. That's why I picked on Kamar.
Right.
They don't want me. They want that healthy motherfucker.
This boy all vegan. You should see this buck, Jim. You should see him. Some bitches bald headed like Ozzie Hayes.
Y'all need to stop, man. I'm gone, man. I'm gone.
Get him, Earl. Get him. No. He's joking around, but I think what Ernest is saying is that people are looking at this like if you're going to take these rights from women, now who's to say you're going to stop there? Now maybe you want to go back and repeal some civil rights laws and legislation. Well, if you're black, they've already been trying to do this with affirmative action for years. So I say to everybody else, welcome to the party. We've been dealing with this shit forever. They've also reduced the liability for police officers when they don't read the Miranda rights correctly. Who does that affect, right? Like with a bunch of shit going on. And I think Ernest made a great point in that one of the most dangerous things that Trump was able to do was elect a certain group of judges. Like he put it like, you know what? I can't make the laws, but I can put the motherfuckers in here who will make the laws that I like, right? And so that was a very dangerous thing. What Sharon Evans say? She said Kamar got cavities. He can't. I guess they ain't gonna buy him. They ain't gonna buy him either, right?
They don't want me.
Right? He said,
they don't want me. I'm a bad slave.
Right.
I'm a horrible slave.
Man, shit. I can't do shit. Right? I can't, and I can't be no house nigga because I can't serve and shit. Like, what you gonna? You just might as well leave me over here, man. Just give me a little shack out in the woods and shit. my pipe made out of the corn cob and shit sit on the porch, right? But no, so once again, I hope that this leads to people, and this is the only thing that I can take out of this. And I don't know, this might be like they say, you might be a dreamer. I hope people start to take having sex a little bit more serious. I hope
Yeah, they're
What?
people
gonna have to.
stop playing with your shit. Stop rolling the dice. What man Eddie Murphy said, you rolling the dice with your shit. Because we know there's STDs, there's all kinds of things. There's still AIDS out here. People like that act like that package gone. That's still
Man,
out here.
I know somebody got AIDS right now.
Right, right.
Two
So
of them.
so
Two. Yeah,
so
it's not
maybe
no.
maybe we'll start to say, hey, look, before let me think about this before I just go knock anybody. I go grab a girl off Fond du Lac Capital and bend her over. I know I shouldn't have said that. Nah,
Somebody did it
wrong.
though. Well, y'all said she was intelligent, so I guess.
I know I can't. And that's why he said you knock it down. I'm sorry, y'all. I got issues, man. I be fucking up. Rel will tell you. I say bad shit all the time on here. Call in if you don't like it. Like, hey, that's call to say fuck you, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna hang up with you anyways when you do the shit. So get it off your chest. But it's Outlaw Radio. So I hope people are right now start, and this is wishful thinking, like I said,
But
because
then these niggas be mental, Kev.
right.
What
Well,
if
you
you
know,
got pregnant and you realize that nigga crazy?
well, you had to know. It's hard for me to believe. Like I hear women say that all the time. Like he was nice but did you look at his background? Did you look at his criminal record? Did you talk to anybody who was related to him before you just got pregnant by him? Maybe you shouldn't have just threw it up in the air like that. Maybe you should have done a little research.
Everybody's slow a little bit. That's why we need choices out here because motherfuckers are slow.
Okay.
A lot of people are, especially in this era right now. Man, there's not a lot of thinking going on, just a lot of doing, So
And people do have a lot of mental health issues, and then I guess they get with another person and it's nothing wrong with having those issues, but to have them for them to be undiagnosed or for you to not be getting serviced for them, and then you get with another person that's got issues, and now you got to just because I've seen some kids, and this is one of my experiences as a teacher in NPS. I've seen some kids where I'd be like, damn. Little dude fucked up. This is what I'm saying in my head. And if you're a teacher, I know you can't never really say this out loud. But you be teaching and you be working with this kid at first. You're just like, oh, this little badass kid. Then you be like, damn, this little boy is really, he missing a few sandwiches from his picnic basket.
All the
And then
time.
you call home or mom and dad come in and you like, oh shit,
And they
son.
both get a check.
Well, they both qualify at least. I don't know if they,
No, they get I handle benefits, man. They getting all that shit. They getting food share, they getting caretaker supplement. Cause if you
right.
get SSI and you got a kid,
Yeah,
you
they get
getting paid just to take care of your kid.
yeah.
They getting all that shit, man.
And so
Talk to somebody
then
getting $1,200 of food
but those
stamps
aren't the
before.
people who are so those aren't the people who are aborting anyways, because like I said, they're having the kids. So what would are you gonna step in and say, man, you gotta take a mental health test? You can't be out here. We're gonna castrate you if you're mentally ill. Like, where are we moving? Which way are we moving as a society? It's shit can get crazy if you let it, right? Like, so like because I feel like things start little and then they build up. Just like we talked about we're gonna let gay people get married. Fuck it, give them their rights. And they fought for it. Somebody said that they fought for something and they feel like it's gonna be taken away and they should be upset. And if I was gay, I would be mad. I'd be pissed off. Like, no, they didn't. That was like my gay impression and shit. Sorry. Pause, right? But I would be mad. I'd be like, how they gonna take our rights? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, since we said it's okay, look how much other shit. And maybe that shit would have come down the pipe if we didn't do that. But all the shit just doesn't happen. Go ahead, Real. I cut you off. My bad.
Oh no, it's all good. I was just gonna say, I think of the fallout of this all is now if abortion isn't an option, that's more people that's probably gonna look to birth control. And I know people gonna be like, good, maybe they should get on birth control. But I would like to challenge everybody to research birth control and how damaging that shit really is to women. And the fact there's a doctor, Dr. Amun and Dr. Amsu, for anybody who's curious. They bust down how birth control is like one of the leading factors of black women having fibroids because black people upregulate estrogen and birth control is a synthetic estrogen. So and it leads to endometriosis, fibroids. So you got to look at that angle too. If more people worried about not being able to get abortions, more people are going to be on birth control. And they already find reasons to put children on birth control. Oh, you 12 years old and you can't handle cramps, here goes some birth control. Like they find reasons, and we're now seeing the impact of it. Like I honestly dealt with an ex of mine's, and I seen a noticeable difference before she got on that Marina shit, and how batshit crazy she became when she put that Marina up in her poking me and shit. So it hurt me in more ways than one, man. Birth control.
Wow.
And
That's
I heard they really actually working on trying to get rid of birth control. Like I know I took birth control before, just for acne, and man, that was the clearest my skin had ever been.
See,
boy,
they try to find any reason to put black women on birth control because it is a form of eugenics, like they were saying.
But look, let me tell y'all the downside though. See, the thing was my skin was very clear, but it made my vagina extra dry. Ooh, we had choices to make. And we went back to
make the executive decision.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It was like, we just gonna fill up.
I'm gonna make the decision. Act like I didn't hear that comment. My wife probably listening. I ain't saying.
Right.
I'm trying to get me.
At the time, my baby daddy was like, "Hey, man, get off that birth control."
Yeah, you just gonna have to have a crater face or some shit, man.
Shout out to T.R. Arthur in the chat room. Good evening, Outlaw.
My bad, y'all.
Radio, right? Hey, Kamara, how you doing over there tonight? You had all kinds of slave jokes. Don't call on me now, goddamn. Gotta look like Isaac Hayes, nigga.
But I heard they trying to get rid of birth control, though. I heard that was another thing that they were.
Let's see what's we don't know where they're going. But once again, we got these Supreme Court justices in here, and once again, I go back to, because you look at here, some of the crazy shit that they've kind of put on the books and tried to get past while we wasn't paying attention. And Kamar and myself have had many different things that have gone through the legislature in Madison when Skippy Walker was trying to, he was trying to do all kinds of stuff. But what's your boy Bruce Wayne downtown, the rich boy who paid for all the elections, Chris Abley, when he was trying to take over, and he was trying to take over the county government. We caught that bill. And then when they was trying to take parents' rights to exclude their children from certain vaccines, we caught that bill and talked about it on here. So we know they'll slide some shit by you when you ain't looking, and then be like, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be more careful who we actually elect, man, and put in positions of power. Shout out to Rudy Dolomite. He said, "Good evening, Outlaws. What's going on with you, my brother?" That's a very unique name, Rudy Dolomite.
Rudy.
I know when Courtney's trying to anonymously post talking about the jelly was not cool.
Yeah, because Ernest, he said KY jelly cost just went up, and I said we had tried that, and that shit was not. That's why he.
That shit's so whack.
He was like, just get off the birth control. He was like.
Yeah. Because we'll easily slide into like a show about lubes, and that's not really what I wanted to happen tonight. Not at all. Hey, damn, what cam them on? No, not that. This ain't that show. But no, so the picture, another thing that was controversial was the picture that I put in the People's News Network. See, if you're listening to this show and you're not in the People's News Network, you're missing out. As a matter of fact, if you got something going in the city, any kind of way, you're missing out if you're not in the People's News Network, because I've managed to kind of make this our own network with so many different content creators post what they put in there, advertisements for black businesses, and then just raw black news that appeals to black people. So he said it was just a joke. I know, Ewok, I know. So I put this picture in there. There's a brother. There's a picture of him. He was with his baby girl, and he said he was being a good father. She had on a little pink tutu, and he had on a tutu, a big tutu.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't think that this picture was gonna spark as many comments as it did, because I post shit all day long, right? And like, people see it, maybe somebody say something about it, whatever, share it. But people was going in on this picture, and it was like, well, what does this have to do with being a good dad, right? Like, so, I don't know. I don't think it has
You know
anything
what
to.
that is? I think that's black women. That's black women trying to paint a narrative of what a good man is.
Ooh, okay, it's
How
black
about
women.
that?
Okay. Oh, everybody got some kind of.
Along with the the feminization or the emasculation of the black man too.
Yes. The emasculation is very important, right? And so I hate to keep kind of drawing this back, right? But once we said it's okay for two dudes to get married, the process of just kind of breaking down our masculinity has been continuous to the point where it's toxic masculinity. All the shit I learned from my daddy growing up and my uncles, because they was old down south dudes, was all wrong. No, that was wrong. They shouldn't have told you this. They shouldn't have told you that. And I'm like, okay, I get where some of the messages might have to be adjusted, but for the most part, what they taught me was about integrity and honesty and truth, working hard and being like, oh, taking care of your family and being responsible and holding your head up and having some self-respect. That was usually behind most of the shit that they taught me. And they did it in ways that our older brothers that we've been under for years have done it. All of a sudden that became toxic. Don't tell. I had a lady tell me one time I was wrong if I had my son in Toys R Us and he picked up a doll and I told him to put it down. I'm like, what are you talking? But that's what I'm there for. That's why I'm 33 and he's 3 months or 3 years old, right? Like for me to say that's not for you, because the kid really don't know. You're like, Dad, what is this? Well, that my son is a toy for a young lady. That's not for you. So
Right.
if you put that back, well, you just say you're gonna put that goddamn doll back down, I knock your ass down. No, it depends on which way you raising your kid. I don't know. But she said I was wrong. So I started to say, okay, so as a man, for me to say to my son, hey, son, I don't want you to wear mama's clothes because men don't wear female clothes. That makes me wrong. And I'm like, well, see, it's something twisted with that. And so the emasculation process, I totally agree with you, Kumar. I think you hit that right on the head. I think that was, and that's been continuous. And that's why I do a lot of times on most shows and movies, when there is a gay character, they usually set up a plot line so that the straight man will be the villain. Like he's the one who's gonna have a problem, and everybody gonna be mad at him. He's gonna be the one who can't get over it and all this. And it's like, damn, straight people are evil. Like see where I'm going?
Right.
See, gay people done fuck this world up way worse than y'all want to admit.
Yep.
Somebody gonna be at me tomorrow, like this motherfucker right here. No, man, shout out to gay people. Happy Pride Month. Go ahead, Courtney. What was you finna say?
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just thinking.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the two.
I was trying to think, was there a gay villain? I was trying to think in my head. Had I something like I was trying to find one in my head? Like, damn,
gay villain.
Right.
normally on the show, like even if you watch, especially black shows, and this is what you got to peep, like black family shows. Usually when one of the kids is gay or the brother's gay or somebody's gay, the person who they don't want to tell usually is the dad, the black dad. Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to tell Pops this because he's just not gonna be able to accept it. And the brother character is always resistant to it, like, oh no, what are you talking about? Like, and it's just like by the end of the show, he's come around to see the error of his ways to say, son, it's okay if you like men. Hell, you and Tom can sleep upstairs. And I'm like, no.
On the motherfucking Shy, they some villains. Dude and his transgender girlfriend.
Omar from The Wire. Omar from The Wire was a gay dude. I think that's why a lot of people were scared of him. It wasn't a shot. Right. It wasn't just a shot. Oh, shit, Omar. Oh man. But yeah, man, it's Mariah said, shout out to my cousin, man, Uncle Harrison. She said, my father never put on pink to support my femininity. And that's what okay, thank you, Mariah. But where I was going was when my baby girl was little, I did put the hat, I did do the tea party. I didn't wear a tutu, right? Let me say that again. Did not wear a tutu. I couldn't find one in my size. I'm joking. I didn't wear the tutu, but I did do, like, she put something on my head and said, I didn't never let her put the makeup on my face or nothing like that. But if she wanted to entertain me in some games, like come daddy, come have a tea party with me, or I'm a princess. Like, yeah, okay, baby, I'm with that. But I didn't never really dress up for the part. Like, oh, I'm gonna be a princess too at your party. Like, I don't think that would. I think my wife would have kind of been like, what the fuck is up with this cat? So I don't think you have to do that either. I think the best way that you can support your daughter in terms of her femininity is to tell her to learn about it. Like figure out what it means. I don't know nothing about being female or being feminine. It's okay for you to be a woman. Understand you have power, you have potential. You should be happy. You should love yourself, but do it from a feminine perspective. And I support you as long as it's not something that's gonna hurt you. I think that's the best way you can go about it, as opposed to I'm gonna put on a pink tutu that I want to show you. It's just like I see parents sometimes take portraits with their kids and they both be naked. I always thought that was a little weird. Like, why would you naked and take a picture with your baby? I don't. It's kind of strange to me. I always, shout out to you if you do that out there. If you a naked baby picture taker, like shout out to you. What you do, right? Don't be surprised when little dude have issues when he grow up and shit. But I'm blaming that shit on you. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man, because I'm tired of hearing what makes people feel good. And it's easy for people to jump out here and be like, no, you should never get an abortion. You should never get an abortion. And then some crazy happened to them and they be like, hey, just get an abortion. Like, wait, not you. I thought you was against that shit. And then it goes the other way too, where, you got a lot of people out here who are really irresponsible. Like, I think the best quote I heard was that abortion should not be considered birth control. For some people, it is birth control. Like, I ain't worried about it. I just like, what? Like, that's not even cool. So, yeah, man. And you don't got to wear no tutu to be.
But okay, let's say some people do use like birth control. Some people get pregnant and change their mind and don't want to be in that situation. But I knew a chick that she had 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? And then she met this dude. She got knocked up. She told him, I'm pregnant. He like, yay. She like, ooh, yay. But then this is not the time to be reading that comment during the story. This is not the time to put it on the screen.
Ooh, that shit about to get to smell like burnt rubber.
I was just trying to shout out Tiasha Arthur. I didn't really read the comment until I got it up here. Like, okay.
On the kind of things. No. But anyway, so she told him that she was pregnant. Everything was all good. This is going to be her 4th baby. She goes to the doctor. She find out it's twins. Tell him it's twins. He like, ooh. Not so much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn.
I mean, shit.
She had an abortion.
Even if
I
it
know the
ain't
first
twins.
time she went to get the abortion, like they had to kick her out because she was kind of mentally unstable, crying and shit. They couldn't handle it. She had to reschedule and come back. So a lot of times people don't want to be in some of these situations, and you kind of feel forced. It's like, shit, I got 3 kids now. I'm gonna jump to 5. This nigga pretty much just backed out.
And what that girl on Jocelyn's show said, double homicide.
Yeah.
She said double homicide. She said, the shit I laugh at, man. Shame on me, man. I'm telling you, man, I need help, man. Y'all pray for me, man. I need it. I shouldn't be laughing at shit like that.
No.
Right. I know. But now, did somebody ask about Jillian Maxwell the other night? Because we were wondering where she was and what was the latest kind of. And I thought she had been convicted and she was just kind of waiting on sentencing, but she's apparently waiting to be convicted, right? Because she was found guilty on 6 counts, but they put her on suicide watch, even though her lawyer said she's not suicidal. He said she's not. They said she's not suicidal at all. And I don't know that I ever heard that her boy was suicidal when they strung him up. I don't know. I never heard nobody say he was. We don't know what his mental state was, but I would suggest this, y'all. Put a couple guards on Jillian's cell, right? A couple cameras, couple guards, because she might slip on a banana peel. Because I know we had talked about there was some discussion about her having this black book and her sharing a lot of names and a lot of people's information who was involved in this whole ring she was involved in. So, because if you don't believe that this was a major part of the global child sex trafficking thing, I think you are naive. You have to understand that the Epstein, the Weinsteins, all these dudes, all this shit was. You talking about people with power? You talking about rich people? What do very rich and powerful people do? They hang around.
They go and buy babies from chicks that can't get abortions.
Yeah, and then make love to him. Like, I don't know. Like, it's all bad. So, and she has the names of these people. So she has to have some very valuable information. And I would just wonder who out there is sitting around saying, man, we got to figure out how to get her out of here. Or has she been given a deal in which they've said, we will make certain concessions, serve a couple years, we'll get you out silently if you just don't tell. Because I would like this black book. This is what I want to know, who's in there. Right? Like, I just like to read through it and say, oh shit, you too? Oh, you up in here. Oh, you was on me down too. Oh shit. So yeah, she's on suicide watch though. So it was crazy how her partner, how the boy, her friend died. And it was like two black people, I think, who was the guards. And they said one of them was like doing online shopping and one was asleep. How the fuck did they get a job? Right? Did they go and pick the worst two employees they had? Like motherfuckers who ain't used to stand up all night and be like, y'all got third shift tonight. And they're like, what?
That's what niggas do on third shift in most jobs.
That's what I'm saying. But you got to know you got this dude who's a potential game changer for global sex trafficking in a cell, right? Like, how
but this is a job to them. They don't care about all that. They ain't getting paid extra for this nigga. That's how they feel.
They had a choice.
Extra dollars for watching them.
They had a choice to be sleep or shopping or get found dead too. I mean, they don't be having too many choices in the game.
I didn't
there you go.
Nope.
I like
nothing.
that one, real. I like that.
That's just how it go, man. I mean, when you know who the people are that potentially can get fucked with, a lot of them probably done held political seats. Some of them probably been in the White House a couple times.
Some of them might still be in there.
Right. So I mean, when you hear about the people who was on those flights, I mean, shit, you got presidents, you got high ranking motherfuckers. So it's like there's a lot of people who can afford to make problems like that disappear.
Yeah, Tiasha Arthur said it's probably the same names that Heidi Fleiss had in her black book. And she spilled the beans on a lot of Hollywood players that was getting hookers. But this is a little bit different though, right? Like, because I don't believe Heidi Fleiss was peddling. I don't know. Maybe she was, right? Maybe she was peddling underage girls too. They say that comes with it. But this is direct. Like, you got a lot of dudes who's just on a picture with this cat, like he was a money handler. Right. So what he did was he handled rich people's money. Let me handle your investments for you. All right, Prince Andrew. Right. You're right, Ewok. Prince Andrew was on. He was down. He was you got royalty. We got royalty in the building tonight. Imagine they party. We got the Prince in the house. People look around. Oh, motherfucker, not Prince. The Prince from England. He like, hey. It was Prince. No.
Not Prince. The Prince.
Right. So I mean, you gotta give me credit when I do a good wholesome joke. That one didn't offend nobody except for maybe if you're a Prince fan. And okay, so whatever. But yeah, man. So yeah, they was working with some shot callers, man. And we know you don't see 1%ers because they somewhere hanging with other 1%ers, right? And then they do what they do. That's why they have so many secret societies, and we got all the you investment group, and we all of a sudden a group of rich motherfuckers just got together and invested in some shit and bought a new company or bought out a corporation. That shit didn't happen at all, man. Won't you come through how this do? But no, they been knew each other. They've been up in the VIP of the VIP in the club, right? With the little traffic people in them. So maybe I'm saying too much. I don't want them to come shoot my crib up. I'm already gonna have
right, man. Shit, you know, who was that person who Amazon put? I think it was somebody disguised as a UPS person got the dumping in their house. I forgot who it was, but it was somebody who I think it was with the said something about the Clintons or some shit like that, and like next thing you know, it was like somebody disguised as a UPS driver. Open fire. Man.
Listen, if this country can launch conspiracies to systematically murder presidents, real big time leaders, you think about it wasn't just easy to kill Malcolm. It wasn't just easy to kill Martin, to kill JFK. That wasn't some simple $2 motherfucking criminal shit. Hey man, let's go kill the president. Cool, man. This is light one. No. This was some deeply entrenched conspiracy type shit. So, yes, this country is very good and very adept at slide in there, right? Boom, boom.
That shit high tech now, too. We high tech as motherfucker now.
Right. And make it look like, because who really going to investigate it, right? Like, if don't nobody care about me. So if they cut my brake line and I smack on the way home and they pour some vodka down my throat, ain't nobody going to check up. You know, nigga Kev did used to be getting that vodka off, man. I told you he's drinking too much. And it just be over. Nobody ever say the LGBTQ dudes did it. Cut his brake line and then poured vodka down and sprinkled some crack on it. Nobody will ever, right? So if y'all see that shit, ain't nothing wrong with my brakes, right? It's not me. There's nothing wrong. All of a sudden, this motherfucker just got sick after the show and shit. Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't happy. And so that's why I guess I got to be careful. Now, look, we also talked about Bill Cosby, and I was wrong because I said I thought Bill Cosby was just at the point where he was saying, fuck it, you know, whoever, I got enough money, give him 500 million, whatever. But no, Bill Cosby's actually fighting this. And he's actually saying we're going to appeal that $500,000. She will never see a dime of that money. And so he's pledged to fight on, man. And you know, he said it's obviously just a situation where it's a money grab, where his lawyer said it, because Bill don't really say too much and shit now, right? Somebody was talking about when he was walking in the interview and they said he was blind. Then he got to the camera and he said, "Ah!" And I was like, "Ah!" Remember that shit? Bill said, "Ah!" Oh shit!
Yeah, get the fuck home.
You ain't never think that was gonna scare people, right? When you be like, "What is it?" Oh man, it's Bill Cosby. Let's get the fuck up out of here. It's like, ah. Nah, man. Yeah, nah, but he's fighting the shit. He's fighting the shit. Paris the Star said, "Peace, Outlaws, brother Che and Kruma from Frontline Black News. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Shabaka, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the brothers, man. I rocks with Shabaka St. Cour and brother Che. So yeah, man. I don't know. Bill gonna fight this out, man. And now we going into entertainment, right? Like, so I want to did y'all I don't watch award shows, okay? And I know people say if you're gonna be like some sort of creator, and I don't consider myself a content creator at all, right? Like people say you a podcaster. I don't even consider myself a podcaster, to be honest with you, right? I don't know what to call it. We just outlaws, right? This is what we just define it as. This is what we do. So but people say you should be watching all this stuff so you can be up on it. But I'm always thrown off by award shows because first of all, most of the performances are terrible because most celebrities, and we found this out too, most celebrities sound horrible live, right? Like I just listened to the CD. I don't want to fucking hear you sing because you can't sing, right? And then I feel like, well, I bought the album, I seen the movie, I bought the products. Now you want me to give you a trophy. Why am I giving you a trophy? I can gave you my money, right? Like I feel like you could buy your own trophy and be like, look, the people gave it to me. But I get it. It's a profession. You want to be recognized. It brings exposure, but that's for them, right? Like I don't care how big I ever managed to ever be blessed enough to get. I can't really see myself going to award shows. I'm just like, So I didn't see the BET Awards, but I did see one thing. I saw Lil Kim, and it hurt my feelings.
Dang, because she was fine back in y'all day, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
she was.
Yeah, she's fine as ever.
Y'all done seen the goddamn transformation in front of y'all eyes.
What is that though? I don't understand. I don't understand what part, like what operation does this to people? Because she's like shaped like an action figure. So I don't understand.
Remember she had that music video where it was Barbies?
I thought that was Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
I thought that was Nicki Minaj. Listen.
Because see, that's how you know that's why she was always saying Nicki copied her, because she definitely did that first.
Okay. Self-esteem is a motherfucker, right? Like it's very important for you to have self-esteem, right? And this is what happens when you don't believe in your own beauty, right? And I feel when I tell y'all it hurt my feelings because, like you said, Courtney, back in our day, right? Because we are damn near geriatric now.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers pushing 50 damn near. But we had a hell of a ride though, right? And y'all still listening to our music, right? And sampling that shit, right? Like so it's all good. But Lil Kim was fine. She was a pretty black woman. Like I never understood. And it starts when she does the things with her breasts and all this kind of stuff. And then now I'm like, if Biggie was alive, what would he say if he seen, what the fuck is wrong with you? That was my Biggie impression, y'all. I know I got you on Ewok. What's going on with you?
Okay. It goes back, you know what I'm saying, as far as you know what I'm saying, my mind can think back. You know, they built the Coliseum to keep the masses entertained. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to keep control, you have to have
Mhm.
some type of place, a stadium. Just like we watch football, baseball, basketball, you got to get their ass calmed down and shit. So that's why they give you entertainment. So back when the Coliseum was built, they was putting real lines of that motherfucker. And some motherfucking big ass shit had to run around and shit like, God damn, I gotta fight this line, but the show must go on. So when it comes to show business aspect of what you're talking about, just like Will Smith and everybody, all they thinking about is the show must go on. And they know it's a show. They know that they decided to make this their life and shit. And they know the show must go on. And that's what it is. What
What
we think don't mean shit. They know the show must go on.
what do that got to do with Lil Kim being shaped like a bowling pin? I don't understand why she like
Shaped like a tooth by the waist.
shaped like a
She around and looked like leprechaun and shit. Goddamn it, because she was trying to keep the show going on, but she done fucked up.
okay.
But in her mind, she was trying to keep the show going on. Just like Michael Jackson, nose was falling off and shit because he thought the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? That's all they know is the show must go on.
I hear you. I hear you, bro. It just hurt my feelings. I'm like, dude, what that's so sad. Cause even when I used to look at Mike, man, I used to think it was sad. And then when he died, you found out that he had like his lips tattooed and he's wearing wigs and his nose was basically disintegrating, like serious issues, man. And so I felt bad when I seen Lil Kim because I said, man, I hope she's okay. Like I hope, but I don't know at what point do you lose? Because we supposed to be hip hop. It's supposed to be we keep it real, son. We keep it real. Somebody's
You know
supposed
why
to have
Mike
pulled
died?
her.
Mike died because we loved him so much. He had to keep the illusion. He knew it was an illusion. You know what I'm saying? His mind was right. We think he crazy for fucking himself all up, but his mind was right by him knowing himself that it was an illusion, and he had to keep the illusion up for us.
No,
He died for us.
maybe Mike. No, he didn't die for us. Maybe Mike
Yeah, that's a good one, he want.
He's trying to satisfy everybody at one time. What are you talking about? If you listen to me, then you might get a little understanding.
I feel like Ewok was doing this while he was talking, while he was looking up, like Mike died for our love.
No, I didn't say that.
My brother.
You want to be funny. You want to be funny about it and shit because now you over here personally thinking about what, like you thinking like Michael Jackson and Lil Kim owe you something. They ain't know what you shit, but they tried to do it for you.
No, I can't let you hang that on me. Hold on, come on, hold on, calm down, hold on. Listen,
calm.
First of all, when I say Michael Jackson, if he was worried about the illusion, maybe he said, which face should I pick? Because we liked the Jerry Curl Michael Jackson. That was the Michael Jackson that sold 25 million copies. The
Michael Jackson.
Well, when you start turning beige and start having white woman hair, I wasn't buying those albums then. Like I didn't. Right? I'm so say that again.
I almost cried when he burnt his hair up and shit, trying to do that motherfucking Thriller commercial for him. You know, you don't get to talk about Michael Jackson to be Mike.
Man, I talk about Michael whole motherfucking family. I wouldn't give a fuck. Fuck Michael Jackson. Fuck Michael Jackson.
Oh man.
What was you gonna say, Kumar? Fuck the whole Jackson 5. Jermaine with his greasy, oily ass. Fuck all of them. Go ahead, Kumar.
Gosh.
Man, I don't know where the hell I was, man.
Either Cam just fucked up my phone call and shit. I don't even know what I'm saying.
It's the same thing with Lil Kim. She stopped the show for me. The show stopped when she started looking like a leprechaun. Like I'm like, dog, that's not cool.
When they put that meme up with her backing up and shit with that leprechaun, man, I damn near died. I damn it. That was the funniest shit.
So Tiarsha Arthur is in the chat room. She said it came out. Lil Kim started making herself lighter making herself lighter because people was always talking about her skin color. Also, look at how Biggie pushed her to the side to marry a light-skinned woman and made her his side chick. So basically, it's Biggie's fault. Wow.
Nah, I
Motherfucking
don't know if I
Biggie's
put that
fault.
all on
I put a
Biggie.
lot on
Put
Biggie's
that all
plate.
on Big like that,
Right,
man.
but it's definitely not just his fault. She didn't have any self-love.
That's another
Didn't
one of
have
them
any self-worth.
where
Hey,
you get deep on your own and be like, maybe it's Biggie's fault. And you look up and you do your hands like this. Like this.
I think the bottom line is we all make decisions.
Okay.
Whether somebody influences one way or another, we still make the decision.
Okay. I just look once again, I wish she had it considered. Maybe she should have just took a poll because for her to allow Biggie to, I mean, listen, once again, pause. But we talking about Biggie. For her to allow
Ugly as
Biggie
ever.
just to look
Ugly as
at him and
ever.
say, that's who's gonna be able to define my worth and my beauty. I think like, and I feel like maybe Kim, maybe
But I
she
guess she didn't have no worth or no beauty before him, I suppose. So
maybe not. I don't know. I didn't
Hey,
know
but
her.
yeah, I'm gonna give a little credence though. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, man, I gotta tell myself, hey, everybody don't think like you think. You know, so
That's
when
true.
you can't entrap yourself within your own brain sometimes. You gotta give a little place for somebody else's brain activity. But you ain't gotta accept no all day bullshit garbage. But some people be thinking, you know, in a different direction than you, and you do have to have leeway for that. But it ain't gotta be. You ain't gotta accept everybody's bullshit because you'll be accepting bullshit all day because everybody's mind thinks different.
I mean, okay,
yeah.
so I kind of feel like okay, I've never been little, right? So I've been called fat my whole life, right? Like, but I never was obsessed with getting surgeries and going out trying every last. I'm on that water diet. I ain't doing nothing but being passed out at work some goddamn where all he been drinking is water for 4 days. Nah, I always been like it is what it is. So that's why I don't understand it. And I do understand what you're saying. Everybody's not like me. I do understand that,
Right?
Ero.
It
So
is. I'm just saying, it is people out there who let that shit determine how they feel the next day. They'll
yeah.
look at themselves in the mirror and before they even started their day off and already feel bad about themselves because they're a little chunky and chubby and shit.
Right.
And some people really deal with that type of shit in their own mind, in their own battle, in their head.
And not
Like-
for nothing, usually if they ain't like me and they ain't got my mind, they usually be fucked up. So I guess we could just put that there too.
See,
Get
like
like
my
me.
mama, she is very concerned about what people think, and her day-to-day moves, how she lives her life is really based on what motherfuckers will think. Like, man, I can't do that because motherfuckers.
It's a lot of people like
Right.
that.
If you live in your life off what people think, then you already lost.
Right.
Shit.
Exactly.
You gotta get up and know. You gotta get up and know who the fuck you is as soon as you see yourself in the mirror that morning. You know you brushed your teeth and you shaved a little time, nigga. You supposed to be killing the city. Fuck what nobody else think.
And maybe Lil Kim don't know who she is. Maybe she didn't know then, and who knows? She might not know now. Maybe she has spent her life not knowing who the
That's what I'm
fuck she
saying.
is.
How can you realistically call yourself her friend or her family member or anybody who's close to her if you haven't said, Kim, check this shit out. What you doing? What are you doing? I don't
How
give
do
a
we
fuck
know
what
she got
you
friends
said.
and shit? You know, most of us live our regular life. We ain't got too many friends. No,
Got a
like
whole
real
baby
friends.
daddy. She got a baby daddy.
See, he probably was a tag along and a hang along.
Hey,
I mean, she was already.
A hang along and a yes sir boss or a yes sir ma'am nigga.
money is a hell of a drug.
You know,
You said what?
and he or she know you gonna put the bill there at night. They ain't gonna say nothing out of order to you. Period. They trying to please.
I don't care how rich you is. You
And
walking
then
down
you
the
heard
street,
Real just say how
like
men
you
fuck
are
with
Yoda.
women that got mental issues. That should be sometimes be some mental shit. You know, she got money. It don't mean she ain't got mental issues. Just as she paid.
I don't care how much money you got. You getting ribbed in our hood. Your girl look like Yoda, bro. I don't care if y'all pull up in the Lambo or what, man. She got out talking about.
I see. Hey, Real and Kamar, Kevin Miller ain't bending tonight, man. He ain't trying to hit shit. I mean, Kevin Bryant. I got Kevin Miller.
I
My
see.
bad
I was
for
gonna say,
using the wrong name.
what the fuck? Who's he?
Kev ain't bending one link tonight, Real. Why Kev ain't bending tonight, Real?
Just giving it a fuck, as they say.
Yeah.
Giving it funky, as they say.
I
Kamar,
mean,
you
it's
got cut
people. Oh, my bad.
No, Kamar got. I don't like when y'all cut Kamar off because then when I try to get him back, he be like, "Man, Kev, I done forgot what the fuck I was finna say." So you gotta let him get his shit off.
Oh,
I said what I said.
You said, "Okay, money." What? Because I heard
money is a hell of a drug.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You get people around you. You know what I'm saying? When you got a lot of money, a lot of them people ain't gonna try to correct you. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna feel like, well, now they're gonna feel like I'm tripping. So I better not say nothing. I mean, good already. I'm straight.
Does it ever matter where people could just say, I just got to go ahead and tell the truth? Because when
if you got people that ain't genuine around you, that's what you're gonna get.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's your job. It's your job to get the right people around you.
Yeah.
Now, if she been running around here with all these motherfuckers around her, that don't mean they're no good. You know what I mean? This could be one of the reasons why we looking at Lil' Kim like this today.
And I don't even want to assume that is a medical procedure that made her look the way she looks. And let me straighten that out too. You look how you look, because some of us, I ain't, you come out there with certain shit like, ew, you shouldn't have wore that, right? But I'm saying, knowing that she's shaped like that, she probably should have wore something different. I felt like her advisor should have said, nah, don't wear that. Man, y'all go back and look at this.
You need to wear that garbage bag Missy Elliott wore in that video a long time ago.
Damn.
The garbage bag.
She need to wear that garbage bag, man.
Then they just said,
like, hey, look, we got to take an L for that, man.
Right. Yeah. Hip hop. Yeah.
Right. We got to take an L for that, dog.
Not hip hop, black folks.
This ain't country music.
The thing is, Kamar, K-Bull. Some motherfuckers don't know how to take their little L. You know what I'm saying? You got laughed at a little bit. Man, take that L. So you wake up the next day still feeling fresh and clean. Like, nigga, whatever. Y'all laughed at me. Whatever. I'm back.
I mean, sometimes it's true, because think about it like this. There are some ugly people, right? And people are ugly. No, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. There's some ugly people.
They know they ugly.
You know you ugly. So when somebody say, man, you're ugly ass, you be like, oh, all right, cool. You don't wake up the next day like, you got to wake up the next day like, shit, I know I'm ugly. That motherfucker ain't told me nothing new. Now, I said that to say I've met some dudes, or I've kicked it with some brothers who I hung around and we became friends, and they got more women than anybody because they knew they was ugly. So they was confident, and the way they moved was different. How their game was strong. And so you see this ugly dude, he got the prettiest girl out of everybody. But except for that dude who ugly and in denial, he keep trying to do stuff. They don't put a grill in.
Being cute and a little yellow and shit, that only lasts up to like the 5th grade and shit. Nigga, if you still think you little, motherfucker, you got it going on. Well, a real woman don't want your old broke yellow ass. They don't give, like you say, they want a motherfucker that got some money trying to do something. Fuck you.
DeBarge don't age well. Shout out to Ace Cooley. Let me hear you say, yeah. That shit. Let me hear you say, I don't know what else. Ace Cooley said, damn, Kamar. I don't know what else happened. I know Kanye showed up looking like a ninja. And see, this is another reason I don't watch this kind of shit.
Hey, again, I think Kanye bodied that shit, dog. That was genius. He keeping himself relevant. Look, he didn't win no award. He just talked about Puffy getting his Lifetime award, but then he come on there and now he got motherfuckers talking about him the rest of the week.
So what did he say?
And guess what, Kamar? The illusion. He keeping the illusion alive.
Yeah.
That's the only genius, is that he's keeping the illusion alive. Like, yeah, y'all think that I'm all fucked up and I bought a truck full of motherfucking roses to Kim Kardashian. He keeping the illusion alive. He making the money still keep coming in, man.
Did anybody know what he said? What did he say? I didn't watch.
Well, he gave Puffy, he gave the introduction for Puffy Lifetime Achievement Award.
Okay.
So he talked about his history with Puffy and what he remember about Bad Boy before he even made it. You know what I mean? He talked about shit like he remember taking some of the sounds from Puffy tracks, and you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I was signed to Bad Boy and Puffy didn't even know it. You know what I mean? He just giving Puffy his props. That's all he was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't watch. Once again, it's something I'm working on. Cause man, the older I get, the more goddamn fucking ornery I get, man. I'm fucking like I be
off talking over the phone like that.
Right, I be mad and shit just for no reason. Turn that shit off.
You know what I do? I always after stuff like that. I don't watch the whole show. I go back the next day and watch clips off YouTube.
Okay.
So that way I can get the good parts.
It's good for BET to have an awards, even though it's not owned by us anymore. It's good for Black people to recognize themselves. And if you themselves, I should say, and if you're into that, shout out to you. I'm just not. So like Ernest said, I got to make some exceptions for the fact that, everybody don't think like me, right? Everybody ain't an old, mad ass, angry, cantankerous man. Get your ass off my grass, motherfucker. Everybody ain't like that. That's just me and shit. I be on that bullshit. I told y'all, man. This show is so therapeutic for me. I get a lot of therapy from doing this show. I learn from my co-hosts and my comrades, and then I feel much better after the show, right? And so,
You should.
right. I feel so alleviated, so exonerated, right? Then I'll be on some bullshit again the next day.
No doubt, conversation rules the nation, though. It's just like with relationships and shit. You be sitting around thinking, I didn't do shit. And all you had to do was listen sometimes and shit. And then she'll tell you, if you gay, he'll tell you. If you man, I don't know. But the point is,
That's that
I'm
bullshit.
going to make a real valid point. You know what I'm saying? A valid point. Listening really do work. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to hear another person's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was right there the whole time, and I ain't never looked in that direction. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
I think it
And that's
depends
why
on.
it's good to have friends.
I think it depends on who you're talking to. Because some people I talk to, I don't listen to shit they say because I know they dumb. Because just like it's ugly people, it's dumb people too, right? And sometimes we make a mistake when we don't tell the ugly person that they're ugly or the dumb person that they're dumb. Now you got an ugly motherfucker out here trying to be a model and to get his feelings hurt. And you got a dumb motherfucker out here trying to do something. He finna fuck up some shit because he front like he ain't
But you
dumb.
done told the ugly motherfucker they was dumb. If they've been around long enough, you done told them they was ugly and shit. If they've been around long enough, you tell them about you ugly motherfucker. You didn't say it. It's gonna slip out.
But some of these ugly motherfuckers are models nowadays. Because a lot of them,
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, look at Seal. Look, you'd have never thought Seal would be famous. You'd be like, they never gonna get no role. He was all out. Ooh, I think a rose on the kiss of the gray and all that bullshit.
That's right.
Who the fuck is
ugly
this
motherfucker believe, but see, the ugly motherfucker stuff dope, and they got famous and you didn't.
Right.
Now you still halfway cute, and they famous and got money, and you ain't.
Right. Well, hey, it is what it is, right? You got to choose, right? Got to choose, right? Now listen. Y'all see, now we talk about Hollywood. Did y'all see this dude Caesar from Black Ink? And this is because he got Black Ink Milwaukee here, and they featured Milwaukee on the show this year. And so this is the only reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't even talk about this because I'm this is the mean man. I fuck reality TV, knowing I be sneak watching that shit sometimes. Everybody be like, I don't even watch that shit. Then they know the storyline from Love and Hip Hop. Remember that time Flavor was I watch the shit. Oh man, I seen a part of it. Yeah, you watched that.
I seen a little bit. I flipped through the channels.
Right. Caesar was beating his dog, man, with a chair, right? Like
I seen that, man.
And this is his home surveillance footage that was leaked to the media of him coming outside with the chair beating the dog. And I'm like, if this ain't no setup, I don't know who Caesar pissed off, but I hope he knows that this is an entirely inside job, right? This is an inside job, bro. Like you can't, and it's late at, like somebody would have to watch hours of footage, right? Like to even just, oh shit, is that the dog? It was at night. It was like, so, and he says the dogs was fighting and whatnot. And, he came, then they opened up other shit and said that, he's been accused of beating his daughter. And then now the girl who he used to date, what's her name? What was her name? She was on there at first. She was his girlfriend.
You don't want to be watching it. You tell us.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember her name.
I can't think of, damn, that's crazy. I can't remember the chick name.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. She was like the girl with the dreads. Like she already, and now she's coming out saying, he's beating me too. Right? He's so hard to beat me. And everybody, Caesar whooping everybody ass, right? Like it's coming out now.
His name's Caesar. I mean, shit.
Well, his name is or something.
Man, I'm telling you, better watch these names you give you better watch these names you give yourself.
That's true, right? Like, but I guess because he has a lot of people, co-hosts with people who done worked there before, who like say crazy stuff about him or whatever. But it's just for the dog beating. Like now, I was thinking maybe he shouldn't lose his job because the VH1 said they cut ties with him. So basically the show is done, right? Now this all might be a publicity stunt because I've read that the ratings on the show have been dropping dramatically over the last few years. And this might be a way to kind of, because they said, well, don't worry though, because we was basically at the end of filming the next season. So it'll be back for one more season. But after that, he fired. And I'm like, should you lose your job for whooping your dog ass?
Like I mean, what's his name? Well, he was fighting dogs.
No, I don't think you should lose your job. I think if it's against the law, you should face whatever penalty it is.
Duchess was
They
the
said
girl
Michael.
name.
They said Michael
Yeah,
Vick. Yeah. They said Michael Vick did.
right.
Yeah, they he pull out a pistol, shot the dog in the head. I mean, that's a little bit different, but I
Wait
mean,
a minute, I thought it was just dog fighting. What?
well, no, they had one of the most controversial things with Mike Vick was there was a dog who was underperforming.
When one gets fucked up so bad, you gotta kill him. You don't let them live around.
So
leave them living in misery for getting their ass whooped.
Right.
So, you know.
And you don't want to lose no more money on him next
Right.
time.
That's the reason why they kill him, because they be done lost 10, 20 racks on him.
Right. Man, I just lost $10,000. So it was a situation where Michael Vick allegedly took the pistol from his cousin, who it basically was his enterprise. Mike Vick was supporting him, and I guess Mike just, man, fuck it, I'll do it. Boom, killed the pit. And they told, but this is telling me why he hit the dog with a chair. I'm here to tell America, and particularly white people, because I know how y'all feel about dogs, right? Here's a secret about black dog owners. Most of them whoop their dogs' asses with crazy shit like shoes and sticks. I done seen my brother kick a dog all the way across the yard. He loved his dog, but the dog eat what we eat scraps, so we give him the scraps. And my mama say put that in the dog plate, right? We wasn't feeding our dog nothing. We didn't give him nutrition so his coat would be shiny. No, his ass eating some old ass chicken bones in a pot. So I don't think you should lose your job because you beat your dog. I'm sorry. Animal cruelty, I get it. Maybe you should just take his dogs and not let him have dogs.
That's why I said.
Hey, Kev, take the word beat out of there and say you discipline your dog, and then it makes it sound a whole lot better.
Well, you used a chair. That was pretty much beat. That was not really just this. Like, you didn't make him.
Yeah, I ain't gonna throw no chair. I got a dog. I ain't gonna throw no chair at them.
Hey, but that's why I said, I don't think you should lose your job. I just think if it's against the law, you should face whatever penalty it is that you will get, just like any other crime.
Right? Why not give him some tickets and take his dogs? Why you got to fire him? Like,
motherfuckers, these days, you do something wrong, man, you got to lose your whole career and everything.
And it's not like he's not like a animal advocate. He's a tattoo artist. He draws on people's skin.
It's the cancel culture, man. I mean, it's the thing in America now, man, where motherfuckers want to hit you in your pocket. They don't care what you do. Yeah, I'm gonna take his money. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, that cancel you out and take your money shit. It took off about 10 years ago, maybe earlier than that. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a good 10 years. Motherfucker want to take your money from you to prove a lesson to you and shit. Now you're gonna make me broke.
No, that's the whole lesson about war. That's the whole lesson about war. It's about money. Whenever it's a problem, it's about money. You make the other person feel it in their pocket.
MC Tone said he tried to whoop me. I beat his ass. MC Tone, which is always in the chat room with some off-the-wall shit. Man, we was talking about like outer space, and MC Tone was like, he had a hoe from the moon and all kinds of shit. Like, this dude is for real crazy, man. I've been trying to get him on the show, y'all. Don't be mad at me. Like, we ain't coming back. I told him, man, just name the day.
Tell his ass to call you right now. I'm finna get up off of here.
Hey, he got to come on. I don't know if it'd be funny to hear MC Tone as it would to see him on the show. Like, here goes something too. Now, since we on entertainment, we almost at the end, so we're about to get out of here. But this is one of them classic closers, right? Your boy Michael Jordan, footage of him with some kids screaming his name, Michael, and one of them happens to have on Jordans, and he wouldn't give them the time of day. It was only two kids.
Saw that.
He waved them off and got in his whip and left. For years, the stories about Michael Jordan being a complete, utter asshole, we've heard them. And I could, most people say I can neither confirm nor deny, right? And I always thought that, like, how could you be in his position with what you, because to me, he could say, well, I'm the one who played basketball. You did. But we're the ones who bought your shoes and your apparel, Mike. Like, so you do owe something to the people who support you and who've just absolutely stand out over you over the years. For Michael Jordan to see some kid wearing Jordans and not even be willing to engage with them, I was in a hurry. And bro, it don't take 2 minutes. And you, Michael Jordan, who's going to be mad because you was late. Michael, you can't come in and you was late. Bullshit. It would have took you
Right.
2 minutes to go down there and say, "How y'all doing, fellas? Oh man, you got my shoes on.
Just
Let me
because
sign
he
them
a
for you."
total dickhead, Ken. He a total dickhead.
Well, we gotta watch
And,
who we
you
giving
know,
all this power and
Hey,
authority.
that's been known. That's been known for years.
Right.
You
Chameleon,
know, my
millionaire.
homeboy.
You know what I'm saying? He met him at a club. Hey, Kamar, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was trying to, while I was on my mind, that nigga Chameleonaire, the rapper and shit, said that Michael Jordan treated him like he was some punk ass nigga. I ain't never bought no Chameleonaire album. I don't even know nothing to do with lyrics and shit, but you know, he had money. And Jordan told Chameleonaire, I don't take pictures with niggas.
He said he don't fuck with rappers too. I mean, it's all good, but I'm just saying, like, what was you
He
saying?
told
Come on.
Chameleonaire he don't take pictures with niggas. You know what I'm saying? He flat out said that shit. And I think Paul Pierce was there too to verify the story.
Yeah, I've heard the story verified several times. Go ahead,
I
come on.
told you he don't come to reunion. He don't fuck with us, man.
Mm-mm.
He don't
No,
come.
he
He ain't
don't.
fuck
I
with.
was
He ain't
just
come see
saying
no
it was
niggas,
known
man.
back years ago. You know what I mean? How he was his character was shitty. You know
Yeah,
what I
man.
mean? They used to talk about that years ago, how cocky he was and all that shit.
Yeah, to be cocky is one thing, but goddamn, how you gonna do it to the babies? How you do that to the kids, man? Like, it's a special place in hell for you. At the state that young black males are in, it's a special place in hell for you if you that
Because
famous
they was looking
and
for
you wouldn't
LaMelo.
go and talk to these little brothers and tell them and be like, yeah, man, what y'all doing? He could have gave them some words of encouragement that would have lasted them for the rest of their lives. And I
They
feel
was
like,
looking for one of them brothers and shit, man. They was looking for LaMelo or somebody and shit, but they was like, oh no, it's Michael Jordan. I saw that shit.
I just feel like this should, the next time when he comes out with shoes, instead of lining up around the corner, we need to treat him like he treated those little boys, right? And once again, it makes it even worse when one of the little dudes had on some Jordans. Beverly Williams said, I agree about Jordan. He's never been friendly or involved in the black community, old school sports stars. Yeah, and you know, just because you're Charles Barkley,
That's not no excuse.
Charles Barkley always talking about I'm not a role model and all that. I get it. You don't have to be, but you have to understand that there are some people out there who look up to you. So at least throw a dog a bone, man. Hey, now and then, just to do. If it was about 20 kids or 30 kids, I would have said, okay, I can see. Me personally, I still would have, went and talked to the kids. But it was only 2 little boys. Like, so, Mike, come on, man. Like, your silence on the fact that hundreds of thousands of black people have been murdered over your shoes over the years. I've never even really heard him kind of even speak on that. Maybe he has. I haven't heard it. I'm not the biggest Jordan fan either, though. So yeah.
We can't sit here and disintegrate the man like that though. But he have been known to only say true things. Like Republicans buy Jordans too. So that's what the media tells us what he's saying and shit. But obviously he said it. You know what I'm saying? To the motherfucker, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Well, Republicans buy Jordans too. That means you gonna stay away. You gonna stay away. LeBron don't stay away from drama. Colin Kaepernick don't stay away from drama. You know what I'm saying? Something to stand. Muhammad Ali,
y'all stop
got
going.
Did it in the 50s and 60s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mike ain't never participated in nothing black proactive ever.
Y'all stop giving that man all that money for them shoes, man. Y'all stop it. Stop putting them on your kids because you see your kids in them. You wouldn't piss on them if they was on fire. Fuck him. Fuck Michael Jordan.
I feel the same way about that.
Go ahead, Courtney.
We agree on that.
Do you think folks will not continue? Of course they're gonna keep lining up. You know, people don't give no fuck about this shit, about politics or about what the fuck. You know, they still want to get their shoes, and it's an investment. They can flip them. Of course they're gonna keep getting the shoes. Don't give a fuck about that nigga or how we support him.
The only problem I'm gonna have is on my son's birthday when we go in the shoe store. I already know what's coming, and so this is gonna be an issue for me because like on one hand I got my son who I got to do for. Then on the other hand, he gonna say, Dad, I want the Jordan number, whatever, because that's what he always wants on his birthday. Dad, I want to, because that's the only time I'm paying that much money for some shoes. So I'm gonna try to talk to LeBron's or something like, don't you want the new Giannis? Like, no, nobody really even cares about Giannis shoe and shit.
Yeah,
the new Antetokounmpos. Like it's too hard to say and shit. I want the black Antetokounmpos. Nobody even cares about Giannis shoes. Yeah, I think that people still buy shoes too because the only thing we love more than doing good is looking good. Like if a black person can look good, they motherfucker be sick, house on fire, kids in trouble at school. But these them new threes that came out, the infrared. bro. What you talking about, man? These BBSs on my wrist, right? That
My
we
shit light up when I run and shit.
type shit, right? We love it.
It got a
I'm
light
telling
in
you.
them. It got a light in them.
That's my mama, man. She used to always tell me, she started to say, you know, the problem with niggas, nice to be like, what? She'd be like, they know the price of everything, but don't know the value of shit. I just be like, damn, mama, why you so hard on black people? She's like, I don't give a fuck. But you had to know my mother to understand how she talks. So let's wind it up, man. It's the first episode of the week, right? And like I said, the Big Black Sports Show, season 1 in the books. Shout out to everybody who supported us with that. I'm gonna bring the Big Black Sports Show back in about a month. I actually had a good time talking about sports because a lot of people don't really understand how closely the connection between race relations and what's going on in this country kind of parallels with sports. So we had some really good conversations. Shout out to Coach Tank. And shout out to brother Rick Muhammad, Ram. You see Ram do the Ram Report on Facebook all the time. It's a basketball Svengali, right? Like Ram knows shit about basketball. Basketball players don't know, right? And so shout out to him. But once Packers camp starts up, then black people sports to get ready again. I say black people sports because I don't care about baseball. I don't care about golf. I don't care about NASCAR. Like most of the shit that they play in the summer, I'd be like, I ain't watching this shit. I'd be watching like wrestling in the summer and shit. Pause, like not like that, but that'd be the only. Never mind. And boxing. Shout out to Tiasha Arthur. She said she loved Giannis. He's very down to earth and makes his shoes affordable. Yeah, you know, Giannis, yeah, he's cool, but I don't see him in the community a whole hell of a lot either. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. I mean, I come to make game and all that shit.
Okay, I'm just saying, but just because I got money, that mean I need to. Damn, God.
Right.
So
when he
just 'cause
supposed to walk down Burleigh every day?
I need to be in the community.
Let me
Like,
draw this
explain
to you.
it. So just because I got some motherfucking money, that mean I need to go be in the motherfucking community.
Let me put it like this. Okay, you play in a $500 million plus stadium that is 5 minutes away from the motherfucking projects. You play in a city where 40% of the people of color live below the poverty line. You play in a city where illiteracy amongst black children is sky motherfucking high. We got Kia boys, we got Duke boys, we got dope boys, we got all
Giannis can't do nothing about that.
Security.
and so
he can't go through
and
that
so and so in that city where a large majority of those people pay their twos and fews to come watch your ass dunk a basketball, you can't take 5 minutes to go on a hood tour and just go to some elementary school and talk to the kids. And just take 10 minutes and say,
I saw him walking. He walked with Frank Nitty. He walked with Frank Nitty down the street and shit. But he can't do it every day. He a basketball player.
I don't be having time to go talk to the motherfucking kids. And I'm a regular person in Milwaukee. Just raising my children, trying to make some motherfucking money. So if I ain't got time to do it, shit.
Ewok said, ain't no walk.
Hell no. Hey, K-Bull. Hey, K-Bull. You walk up and down Burleigh all day and shit with your shit? No.
Yep.
You go on Instagram.
Man, look,
You go on
I just
Instagram
think-
and tell them to go to Honey Bee Sage and shit to get fun.
I just think
You will go sell something in the hood because you ain't no punk, but you don't go there every day.
No.
Cam still pushing the button. Cam, get off the button, man.
I'm fucking with you, Ewok. Kamar be posted in the hood. What are you talking about? Anytime Kamar get a chance to talk to young brothers about doing good, he's gonna do it. Right?
It's
and
all
Courtney,
good, but he don't got
hold
time
on.
every day, though.
Hold on. Courtney's
He's trying to
saying,
hold Giannis accountable for going to the hood every day.
Courtney is
He
saying,
got 2 babies now, man. He can't
Courtney
do
is
that.
saying,
I got babies now.
She don't walk through them, but Courtney, you was gonna start a foundation, the village, remember?
I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm still working on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working on it, yes, indeed. But that's because that's my passion and my heart, Kev.
Right.
That is because it's my passion in my heart, and I want to help. You know, it don't mean that that's his passion in his heart. He got his babies now. He got his woman.
He could take one day to go to 3 or 4 MPS schools in the hood. He don't got to do it every day. I'm not asking him to do it every day. I'm saying he could take something. He ain't taking no time. Now, who is this in my chat room?
No, man, I done seen pictures of him out doing shit like that.
He hangs in that taco joint.
She said he hangs in a taco joint on Prospect and Farwell. Now, is that the one they wouldn't let him in one time because he's black? And I'm gonna go back.
I think it was McGillicuddy.
Do you know me now? I am basketball.
Yeah, that was Bel Air. And it wasn't they wouldn't let him in. They was packed and shit. It was
part of the
capacity.
problem or part of the solution. If you ain't in here for the long haul, like I keep telling people, people
like
be like,
these
I hate
vibes.
Milwaukee. People be like, I hate Milwaukee. I'm leaving. I'll be like, well, get the fuck out and make room for the people who want to be here so we can plant this flag and fight for what we need in our city. You in our fucking way. Bye. Move to where you
When the
move.
fight starting? Shit.
Well,
But where you want him to go? Where the kid boys could run him over and shit while he on the
yeah,
corner standing there trying to talk
yeah,
positive thoughts and
yeah,
shit. And then one of them
We need
kid
to
boys.
keep Giannis safe.
Come on, Kev.
yeah. Come out there to Arizona and let one
We
of them
need to,
motherfucking cartel people bury your
hey,
ass in the desert.
we need to keep Giannis off these
Man, it ain't
Milwaukee
no
streets. They
cartel
ain't
on
safe,
Facebook,
man.
man.
We need them
They
to
ain't
bring us
safe.
home
I
a
ain't seen
championship
that.
again.
Say that again, Kamar.
I said we need to keep Giannis off these unsafe Milwaukee streets, man. We need him to bring us a championship home.
Oh, Kamar, you seen
But
the nigga
Bobby
already wearing
Portis.
Hey,
you see him wearing Cartier's and shit
that's what
already?
he did. Hey, Giannis brought hope to the city, Kev. Remember, we did a whole show talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Giannis brought hope. He, you know, look at his testimony, his story. I mean, you know what I mean? His life is a testimony for
Yeah,
you.
want that nigga to be on the motherfucking on Keith Street in the middle of the Vice Lords or the GDs on 6th Street.
Kev, they gonna turn him into a nigga a little bit. Like I said, you ain't seen that picture on with the Cartiers on? Like the
No.
average Milwaukee
yeah.
nigga? Look that shit up. He's already
You know what?
transforming already.
And I'm tired of people trying to make it look like it's only dysfunctional niggas in Milwaukee. We did not
It's
create
not.
that shit. And I just was watching. The crazy part is that because I watch world news, right? And there's several states in this country right now where car thefts amongst young people are on the rise. And you
It's
know what
because
they're
of
doing?
us.
They running from the police. They driving crazy, and it ain't just Milwaukee. So everybody talking about, I'm even good at Kia boys. Well, you finna go down there and meet the Isuzu boys. Or the goddamn, because everybody want to drive foreign now. Go down there and
The
meet
Kia boys is spreading.
It's because we
Right.
taught them how to
They
do it.
spread.
You know, I know my homeboy just called me the other day and was like, "Fam, why the fuck my nephew out here stealing cars, man? He at the motherfucking daycare thinking he'd have showed the adults that he stole the car. I had a video on his phone. That's how you know he's slow first. Like he showed the adults, not the kids, and recorded himself doing it. They
What about
asked
the
him,
fact that he's in daycare showing it? Like, I
or
don't. He's
so
super
they
slow.
asked him, where did he learn this? Motherfucking YouTube. The
Fucking full
documentary
grown
shit
man
I
in
learned on it.
daycare.
He told us real quick what to do. So of course car theft is going up everywhere. Cause of us.
Right. Okay. Well, but we're gonna blame Milwaukee. Milwaukee done fucked it. We got the whole Crip blood fucking because that shit is an epidemic right now that's spread across this country. That's
Yeah.
Milwaukee fault too, right? And you know, even our gang situation here, that comes more from Chicago than anything. So I feel like we've been victims. So I'm just tired of people trying to blame my city for everything. That's why Wednesday night we're gonna do a show called Big Milwaukee. It's gonna be called Outlaw Radio, Big Milwaukee, right? Bring all your Milwaukee shit with you. If you from Milwaukee and you bout this Milwaukee shit, bring it with you, right? Come on with your Brewers hats.
Ain't nobody gonna say shit because it's they badass kids. Got them out there doing the shit.
Right. Well, you know, get a ride from a motherfucker or something. I don't know. That's a new Uber. But no, we got to. So, Kamar, what you got coming up this week? What you got coming up?
Let me see. Tomorrow I'll be down at Alice's Garden. Thursday. Aurel, you still coming up there tomorrow?
It's gonna be July 5th, I believe.
Oh, okay,
for the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got Alice's Garden tomorrow. I got the Fondy Market Thursday. And I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I'm gonna find something to do Saturday.
Okay. Huge Hefner. I seen you. I put your book in the People's News Network, man. What you got popping? What's taking with the book? I know you in a couple.
I appreciate that, man.
Now.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm in. You can find my book in Personality on Titonia, 12 Steps to Becoming Your Own Dope. Also in the Honeybee Sage Wellness Apothecary on 91st and Lisbon. And then as of right now, Tuesday, July 5th, I was invited to Alice's Garden to do a book conversation circle.
Oh snap!
Oh shit! Okay.
So y'all can catch me there next week.
Now, is you gonna go by the name Fat Jesus or Huge Hefner when you go in there?
I'm probably just gonna go by my regular name so they can find my book.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go by the name that's on my book, man.
Hey,
so you can find it on Amazon.
Hey, Real, I'm gonna put some coins in Real pocket. I already put some coins in K Bull pocket.
You can put some more in there, man. You know, I got some room.
Hey,
Hey, for
I know
sure.
you do. I gotta take care of Courtney and Real though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I appreciate it. It's definitely welcome.
Send it through my Cash App. I'll make sure they get it.
No, I don't
You
trust.
see, I said, God damn it. God damn it.
He said you've been
Hey
talking.
Courtney,
He said,
he been talking slick too much tonight. I'm gonna have to give you yours personally.
Right. I'm gonna
hey, he said,
I don't trust Kev.
I've been talking slick like I'm 8. You got a smart ass mouth. Dog, I'm 46 years old.
Yo, boy. Yo, boy.
You talking slick, Kev. You got a smart mouth. I'm old. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say.
I don't give a damn. I ain't giving real money to you or Courtney money to you.
It's all
right.
good. Courtney,
I'm just kidding anyway too. I'm just jacking. But I'm gonna still take care of them. If they trying to do something, if I rub two niggas together, I'm gonna take care of y'all both because I want to see what y'all got in y'all shit. What the ingredients is, and
I'm laughing. Tiasha Arthur's clown. I'm sorry, Ewok. I hear you, man. I appreciate you for supporting my co-host, man. For supporting the
No
show,
doubt.
period. Because you got to use
no
it.
doubt.
Years ago, Ewok was one of the first ones. I didn't even know him. He like, bro, I need a hoodie. I had to go ship the hoodie. He got the Outlaw hoodie in Arizona. I'm trying to bring him back, y'all. It's a whole other
We
show.
ain't even got no hoodie.
It's like three people. It's like three people mad as hell at you. Talk about how the fuck you get one?
Yeah, he a whole line of people. They was mad at me, but it's just what I'm saying. I appreciate the support. Tiasha Arthur said Giannis corrected the rumor because I was talking about the restaurant that wouldn't let him in. He said it was packed and the owners they was gonna make room for him, but he didn't want to skip anyone, so he left and came back later. Yeah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right? I'll come back later. I'll be back later.
What happened was they said you just a big ass nigga. Get out of here. And then somebody told him who he was, and then they tried to fix it and shit so it didn't look so bad. That's what happened.
I first of all, I really like Giannis as a player. I do, and I don't want nobody to get that twisted because I think Giannis is easily one of the best basketball players I've ever seen. But I do believe him and others, and the Packers ain't absolved from this shit either. If you coming into this community and you getting money and you benefit, you need to put in some work for the people. That's just what it's about. Courtney, you broke a new flavor.
He's not America now. He's not American.
Well, he need to take his ass back to Greece in the offseason. Courtney, you had some new juice, right? Like, so talk about the flavor.
I did. You know what I'm saying? I was working on some new shit. It's summertime fine, bringing new things in. So we got this sea moss infused cucumber mint lemonade popping off. I got another one I'm presenting at the Makers Market on July 17th. There's a couple other markets that I got invited to, so I got to see if I'm going to solidify that. But right now, we are just at the Milwaukee Makers Market at Discovery World. We tapped into new markets, Discovery World. There's going to be white folks there. Ooh, we selling to the white folks. Yeah. We downtown with it. Hey, how are you? Want some juice?
Tell Scott to come get him a drink. You got the kind he likes to.
Wait, motherfucking juice July 17th. Come get some, Scott. Come on.
Say that now. What is it you say? Are you cucumber infused? What is all of this?
Sea moss infused cucumber mint lemonade.
Holy skizzles! Whoa,
that shit was going down. People were sitting there drinking the whole bottle. Like, I should have made videos.
Tastes like a Bloody Mary. You got some vodka in it.
Oh, but look, let me tell you, Kev. Like the next day, I added some motherfucking Hennessy. Ooh, look, it's healthy, but then it's always the other side.
Okay.
All my drinks, man, like they healthy. But if you do wanna,
you had a cucumber infused sea moss, strawberry lemonade.
There wasn't no strawberry. Don't.
Well, okay. What was
sea moss infused cucumber mint lemonade with some Hennessy.
Whoa, did you get that drink a name? Like, what is it? The laxative? What is it? The X-Lax? What is it?
Should call that like the Incredible Hulk or some shit, huh? We need
to you gotta do that in
to something else.
You gotta.
Can I name it Courtney? Can I name it for you, Courtney?
You talk about mixing alcohol.
Call it that damn shit. Call it damn shit. That's the name of the drink. Damn shit.
I didn't put Hennessy with the one with the sea moss in it. That would have.
No,
the one with the Hennessy didn't have no sea moss.
Does Hennessy knock sea moss out? Like, does it make it ineffective or what?
It feel like it to me. It feel like it's like you're starting to work on your body. Then you throw the Hennessy in there.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's gonna do shit really, because it's like, on one hand, sea moss expels mucus, and then you got on the other hand, alcohol is sugar, and sugar creates mucus. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like you just drinking a drink.
Okay. Okay. So it ain't
That
got no
makes
health
sense.
benefits. It's just you just gonna be drunk and just
It
be
was
like,
good. It was
Yeah,
tasty. You know, I
but I
mean,
mean, but it may help with the hangover the next day.
exactly.
It may help with the hangover the next day because it's so mineral rich.
It was
okay.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Courtney's Alky's juice. That's how people get in touch with you, right?
It's me. Alky's juice. It's me. You can send me some dollars. You know, you can
So
come grab some juice. Working on shipping you some juice. I'm revamping the website, adding all these different things I'm creating. Because at these new events, I need all this different shit to sell. You know what I'm saying? We need more than just goddamn juice. I got other shit too. Wait. Don't walk away yet. Hold on. I have lots of other things to offer you. So I'm like,
and
yeah.
feel free to order that juice through my Cash App, and I'll make sure Courtney gets the money, right? Your ass will have some quarter waters from the store.
That's why ain't nobody falling for this.
Right. Shout out to Rudy Dolomite. He said white folks are very generous when it comes to spending money, Courtney.
Yeah.
Ain't no money like white money. Tiarsha Arthur said Giannis shops in Mayfair and Bayshore Mall. Giannis is very humble. I'm not saying Giannis. Listen. I don't have a problem with Giannis. Honestly, I don't. But I gotta call a spade a spade. No pun intended. Right? Like,
but only you feel like it's a spade. So is it a
I
spade?
ain't got time to go.
It's a spade if only one person sees a spade.
Right. Niggas is busy.
Look, I tell you what. There's one way we can go about this. If you have an opinion, start to a motherfucking show and say your opinion on your show, right? And then if you say I got a show now, I'm gonna fuck Kevin them up. I'm gonna diss Outlaw Radio. Then we do it like that. All right, that's fine. I don't have anything against Giannis, but I'm saying the city is in dire straits. It is all hands on deck. You don't get to kick it and have a good time in the city and then slide to the side. I went to the east side and got a donut. I went to Mayfair at one of the shops. Guess what? They don't want us in Glendale either, Giannis. You ain't speaking out against that shit.
I mean, but that's what I be doing.
Right.
Shit, I go down there and get me a margarita.
Well, how do we know what he ain't
On a radio show, you think you can talk to us like we some punk ass niggas?
Right. hey, ownership has its privileges, right? So
you think you can say whatever you feel like saying, nickel.
Right.
I don't get out the bed for 2:30, nickel.
Right. So you're gonna miss the show anyways. Courtney, what book you got? You got a book for us tonight, or
I ain't got no book. I'm on books in the living room right now, and I ain't got nan today.
Tiarsha Archer said you gonna stop talking about Giannis. Damn it, man! Fuck Giannis.
I'm your audience, man. Come on, Cam. You fucking up.
Fuck every pro athlete.
We trying to create. We trying to help create for you, man. You got everybody pissed off tonight.
Man. All the books kiss my ass.
On one hand, we get people to say athletes and entertainers need to stay in their place. But then in the other hand, we got people saying we need the athletes and people need to step up and do something. But the problem is, Kevin, remember, a lot of the time these people start talking and they say stupid shit. And then here we are on our show, like, see, the motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up and just play basketball.
Right, because how you know I'm a role model ass person? How you know that, like, that's my personality? Just because I can hoop and I'm getting money and I got kids, who says my personality?
You have said that about different entertainers and shit.
I ain't never said
when Kanye said the shit he said, motherfucker, you said that.
Kanye's a fucking
They need to stay where they at.
They
need to stay in their lane and make music.
Kanye's a fucking retard. He should shut
the hold on now. Kanye for president. Kanye is
that retarded ass dude.
Kanye is all right with me. I mean, like that. That's what we need to go to schools and shit.
Right. So Courtney has no book, right? Like, so I want to I'm already here tonight. I have a good time, man. It's very therapeutic for me. And it's okay, right? Like, it's okay if you don't agree with me. It's okay. It's okay if you do agree with me. It's okay for you to say whatever it is that you want to say, because we do have freedom of speech in this country. So you got the right to your opinion, even though you're probably wrong if you're going against me. But I mean, you still got the right to say it. Everybody got what Jason used to say. Everybody got the right to be wrong, right? Like, so I'm never going to take that from you. What you got, Ewok?
The earth is flat. It's just a circular globe that's kind of like a cube that you keep your fish in the fish tank, and you can't penetrate that. No human being has ever been to outer space, and ain't nothing been on Mars. All an illusion.
Oh, you weren't ready for that shit, Cam. He was not ready to have his mind motherfucking.
Well, actually, one of those moments again, right? But I agree.
He did get quiet, did he?
Right.
And if you listen back to the show, I've said that the earth is flat before, so you ain't said nothing but a word, Jack. You can't out bullshit a bullshitter. I've said that many times on the show. Me and Kamar done talked about that to no end about whether the earth is flat or not. And I keep saying, you know, the motherfuckers who want you to think that the earth is round, motherfuckers who sell globes. So that's who wants you to think the shit is round, right? Motherfucker who sell a map don't give a fuck what you think. Now, I wanted to say this.
It's a big ass prison. It's a giant prison, man. And can't nobody get. They can go into a little bit of the stratosphere, but they can't go into space. And ain't nobody been to the moon, no nothing. Period.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about that Wednesday. And I want people to understand. If you like Giannis and you support Giannis, that's cool, right? We all have a different perspective. And I'm really for black people winning, right? I'm a cheerleader for black people.
I love Giannis. I think that he is a humble person,
and
man.
I think
he's a hard working, honest ass person.
Ewok, go ahead and stop cutting me the fuck off. I'm about to hang up on Ewok. You keep cutting me the fuck off. This motherfucker talking about space and shit. And purple horseshoes. Fuck you shit about. Go to sleep, Ewok. Go to sleep.
Ewok said the show ain't over yet.
Right. We've been talking about space. No, we ain't, motherfucker. Go night, man. I want black people. It's very important that we support each other. That's my whole thing, right? And we don't have to put everything. Everything ain't racial, right? Surprise, black people. Everything ain't racial. It's enough shit out here that is, right? And that's why we always used to get a disclaimer when we say the opinions on Outlaw Radio are solely those of the motherfucker that said it. Know who to be mad at, right? Nobody's trying to tell you what to think. We're just trying to tell you to think. You get a little bit further if you do that instead of running your goddamn mouth all the time and not knowing what you're talking about. You're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution, Giannis, right? Part of the problem or you're part of the solution. And if your criticism of my beloved community is greater than your minimal contributions, thou art a coon. I will see y'all Wednesday.